with a...
Hello, everybody. Hello.
Bruh.
Bruh.
Sorry, I couldn't help it. Yep, but, hello, everybody. Let's see.
Is, the new guy joining us? What's his...
I don't know. I think he had some other stuff he needed to do. But I know he has work over the summer, so we'll see. He's always welcome. Because he is he's a fellow well, not just, he's a good friend, and, I'm glad that he had so much fun last time, and, we are going to continue having fun, as I drive you all into the inescapable depths of madness.
I think you haven't done that enough already.
Well, to be fair, we only ever had, like, 1 or 2 characters actually have a lasting mental trauma. So...
Yeah, true.
yeah. And both of the times it was, fucking, like, alcoholism.
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure fucking Heath knows about that.
Yep. Yeah, Heath, and then, like, when she was playing, what's his name, Ralphie,
Oh yeah, Ralphie having to be permanently paralyzed because his back got broken.
he actually luckily managed to, because he got treatment soon enough to, like, be able to avoid it permanent, but he received a permanent mental trauma of being... Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah. So, yeah, every time that, it seems to just be the whenever we run, Aliens, RPG again, I'm gonna instead basically make it a D6. It'll be 4+, you receive alcoholism, 1 to 3, you receive something else. Roll for alcoholism.
That's awesome. That's
Roll
awesome.
for alcoholism.
It suffered permanent brain damage this time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hope I didn't brain my damage.
I mean, that's something permanent death.
True.
Yep.
Well, I don't know.
I
That's
mean-
questionable. Cheers, by the way.
Yep. And for those who might be wondering, if you happen to turn in last stream, the reason I don't have the nice 1920s jazz on is because Twitch flagged it. So, even though, weirdly, YouTube did not. Yeah, my guess is that the thing was not, it wasn't strictly, like, 1924 and before, and so, like, it's 100 years before it opens, so there's probably some stuff that wasn't.
Maybe the Twitch algorithm is just way.
Yeah. I mean, it could be any of them.
But yeah, best not to mess around with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna risk that, because, I enjoy being able to stream these, and I enjoy being able to, you know, it's just, I mean, all of it is very fun. Especially because I have such a great group.
Ooh, thank you. This group is great.
Yeah, I mean, we've been gaming together since, like, late 2019, something like that.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's been a long time, and it's been a great time. I'm going to change my...
Keep the good times rolling.
Yeah, exactly. Keep it rolling.
That's right.
That would make an amazing name for like a specific, like, channel name. Like,
Keep it rolling?
yeah, keep it rolling.
Yeah, that would be a great, like, tabletop fucking channel name for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so now I am the keeper of arcane lore. That is
Yes.
I'll have to find a new profile picture since I'm not playing the game mother anymore. But that's for another day.
Just find a spooky book.
Yeah. This one is it's from like this, I think it's from like the starter set, or so like this is a perfect one to get you guys like started on with like proper, you know, investigators that you create yourselves. And then
Getting
I'll
our toes wet.
yeah, and then I'll probably run maybe 1 or 2 other short scenarios before I go into like some of the Mansions of Madness ones.
Ooh, yes.
And then
Let's see how far we actually make it.
well, I mean, yeah, because like I just like the idea of investigators kind of, especially because like you'll be developing your relationships with each other, which is why I selected this scenario, because it does not require the all of the investigators to know each other. So you'll form, like, I mean, you obviously can decide that when creating characters if you're like, oh, like, I want to have, like, you know, this is the relationship I have with, you know, this character.
No.
But, by the way, I have to show you these fucking kick-ass dice I got.
Yes, I want to see the die.
So, this is, I got them at this place called Critical Hit. It's like a 5-minute drive away. They also have, like, room rentals, so that, like, if you wanted to do, like, an IRL game. Oh, weird. Let me see.
Maybe it's me. I
As
can't hear anybody.
No,
Oh.
we lost about the last 10 seconds of that.
okay, can you still hear me?
As
Can you hear me
soon as
now?
you went into the dice, it just completely cut off.
Okay, so it's a 5-minute drive. This place called Critical Hit. They even have like rented like rooms you can rent out that
What
like
the heck?
yeah like
Dice consumed him.
yeah the dice.
No, actually, I can't hear you. I was listening to the stream and I was confused.
But
So yes,
was
no,
gonna
we
s-
can't hear you at the moment. Sorry about that.
let me
What the?
I guess he's talking
testing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a sec. Actually, let me join the stream.
Testing. Okay. Testing. Testing.
He's deafened too. Oh,
There he is.
Okay.
back.
There you
Okay.
go.
We can hear you. We can.
Sorry
That was
if
weird.
I was saying that your hearing brain done.
Okay.
And I was just confused.
No
But yeah,
worries.
as soon as you got into the dice, you.
That is so weird. That is so weird. But
it is.
yeah, like the but anyways, this place called Critical Hit, they have like all these cool dice. They have like all sorts of cool like little 3D models, and you can rent out rooms there. They have like these little side rooms that you can rent out. So like if you wanted to GM and like have like a almost like a
Late session.
yeah, like a thematically like, you know, kind of room. But let me show you these dice
That's
up close.
cool.
That is-
I'm gonna enlarge the camera part of my window real quick.
Yes. Let's see it.
So, these dice
Your
have...
beautiful face.
Thank you. So, I don't know if you can see it, but that thing inside there,
Oh.
it's an eye. It's like an
That's
eyeball.
dice. That's
Yeah, and so, like,
That is so cool.
yeah, no matter what...
Is it just a fixed eyeball, or is it one of those weird liquid core ones?
It's a liquid
where the
core.
Eyeball goes up.
yeah, it always faces up. Right? I was like, holy shit, I need this.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, that was a good purchase, and anyways,
I've got one cool dice, but it's not nearly that cool.
yeah, and I've got a full set of them.
Yeah, that's ridiculously cool.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
D4, D6, D8, 2D10, D12, and D20.
Nice.
And these nuts.
Oh,
my
got him!
14 sets of dice.
Yep,
Holy moly.
I got a pair of
None
these.
mine have any, like, inserts.
Mhm.
All of mine,
Yeah.
the most I got is glitter, and I really
Yeah.
like glitter.
Oh yeah,
Glitter's sick too.
I really like the illegal glitter, is what people call it nowadays. Is the color glitter they use.
Yes.
It's like my favorite. I don't know if I actually have any, but I have one that I think is some form of color shifting glitter. I think it's specifically mica powder or something like that.
okay, so let us get started, because today we are pretty much, we're creating our characters. If that, like, takes, creating and, like, kind of establishing our character, if that doesn't take long, then we can start, but we'll see. So who here has their characters kind of figured out?
I got mine
character
set
Yeah.
up.
pretty much
I-
figured out.
I had to spend several hours doing it because the man kind of screwed me over, but I got it.
Okay, so is yours Ogden Wigglesworth?
Yes.
Ogden Wigglesworth? That's awesome. You come
Okay.
up with the best names, dude.
He
I
does.
swear.
So,
I'm gonna say I did cheat for these. These are Victoria 3 names that my roommate had.
Hey.
Oh,
either
man.
way, it's great
But
names.
no, like, we saw these names, and I've been saving them for character names.
Oh, nice.
Goddamn good.
They're perfect.
Oh, I have another one. If Ogden bites the dust, he's got a friend who's gonna come in, and he will know who he is.
oh, nice. So,
I can't wait.
what's his occupation?
So, Ogden is currently not exactly employed because he does not need to be.
Oh, he's
He comes from an extremely wealthy family up in Portland, Maine.
okay. But like,
So
what career did you use to?
He's a dilettante.
Okay, yeah, just put that in occupation,
Dilettante.
just so. Yeah, just basically just there so we can make sure everybody knows. Mainly me. Oh yeah, and did you make your education check for? It's
I
the
did. I went. I had to. I did something, and the first roll that I got, I wanted to keep, and then I messed it up somehow.
Oh,
So I
okay.
had to go through and I manually did everything for character creation, except for like anything with purchasing stuff.
Okay, yeah. So, like, I'm not going to be keeping hard track of money. Like, it's mainly there as, like, obviously if you're, like, you know, you have credit rating, like, you know, 9 and you're trying to buy something that costs several $100s. It's for stuff like that, or, like, if I see that players are kind of, like, just spending way outside what like, would kind of be realistic given their characters. But,
Spending 2020 money in 1920.
yeah, effectively, yeah. If you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna give this guy, you know, $100, where, you know, that's worth like $2,000 nowadays.
Yeah.
So,
Unless you want to be like the old Top Cat stereotype of just throwing like valuable gems at people as tips.
yeah, in cases like that, like,
Well,
if your
that's-
character has,
Ogden's not.
well,
Ogden is not that type of wealthy.
yeah, but he's wealthy enough where he doesn't have to work.
Oh yes.
Yeah, so,
Well, he has tried, but he has failed. He has tried very, very hard to have a political career, and yet no one seems to vote for him. Inexplicable.
okay,
He has run for president at least once.
so, what is his
I
birth,
know who he is.
yeah, what's his birthplace?
So he was born in Portland, Maine.
Okay, so he was born and that's where he still lives.
Yes, that is his current residence.
Okay. And then, yep, feel free to, yeah. Like, what does he look like? Just give me a...
Well, if you give me a second, I will post it in the Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love those fucking mutton chops.
Oh, man, yeah.
Those
Oh my
chops are
God.
looking thick.
I actually had to get historical photos because AI does not know what mutton chops is.
No.
Really? That's
Like
funny.
30 minutes trying to gen literally just a face with mutton chops.
I was gonna
AI
use a historical
literally does not
photo, but
understand what mutton chops are.
I couldn't find one that was like in good resolute. Like it was all
Yeah.
like blurry. You know what I mean? It's because of the time, obviously. But
yeah, the photos from like 1870 something.
yeah, they had to stand still for an hour and a half just to get one photo.
Yeah. You could see them... Like, the blurriness was from them visibly aging as the photo was taken.
Yes.
Unironically, there's an element of truth to that.
There
Because
is.
the blurriness was actually due to the essentially the changing exposure due to movement of the subject.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
That is a
'cause
form
the
of aging,
exposure
I
times
guess.
that were like over several seconds to get enough
Yep.
light, so slight shifting.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hence
you
why
put that general-
photographs of the dead during that time period are like really good.
He's
Yeah.
a young-looking man.
Yeah.
How old is your character?
32, I think it says.
It's
Okay.
38.
Oh, 38. Okay. So that means
38. He does have a baby face.
You do got that baby face.
So
I got
that means
curse too in real life.
if he continues and we say move the timeline forward 2 years, you're gonna make another education roll, and you're gonna deduct another 5 points between appearance, strength, and dexterity. Because when characters do they do age.
Yeah.
So
If they don't die.
yeah. Though I am of the preference in Call of Cthulhu, you can have players die, but I personally like to see them slowly kind of just go
Slowly.
insane.
Go
Yeah.
insane to the point where they need.
Yeah, where they kind of go into the abyss willingly.
Yeah, or they become so broken that they just need elderly care.
Yeah.
They can't function by themselves.
Yeah, exactly. Now let me. I'm going to give you a token.
Jeez, I also had to look up what dilettante meant, and it means a person who cultivates an area of interest, such as the arts, without real commitment or knowledge.
Yeah. It's like the
Yes,
masculine version,
I love that.
masculine / gender neutral version of debutante.
Yeah, it's kind of I figured, but I'd never heard that term until
So
tonight.
basically, it's like the old-timey word for douchebag.
Yeah, rich douchebag,
He's the
guy with more money than sense. Yeah. So we've got that. We've got Ogden Wigglesworth. I can.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah, you can generate some for personal description and then significant people, all of that. That stuff. The ones that you don't have to worry about right now are the bottom four. The bottom four in the backstory, portion. Possessions will only matter if, for example, if you think Ogden would have a car.
Oh, he does.
Okay, yeah, because that will come in handy.
I took driving auto specifically because of his backstory.
Okay. So, yeah, that's going to be useful because that will, as far as I can tell from the rest of the group's credit rating, none of them are going to have a car. So,
That's what, after seeing what we had, that's kind of why I chose him to be like he was we need someone who's got a bit of money. And it kind of plays into who I wanted to play anyways.
yeah. So, yeah, if you want to, if you have any trouble with, coming up with ideas for, traits or anything like that, there is, in the handbook, in creating an investigator, you can actually have, for, let me see, where is it? Yeah, you can use random tables, so, personal description, you can roll, I guess, or you can even just look at the table on page 53, ideology / beliefs, roll a d10, or pick one of them. Significant people, again, you can roll a d10, and then roll another d10 for why they're significant. And then meaningful location, you can roll d10 or another one, and then treasure possessions, d10, traits, again, another d10, which traits actually are personality, it turns out, not
physical.
Yeah, so for example, one of them is generous,
Okay.
good with animals, a dreamer.
Okay.
Ironically, it would be very funny if just by chance Philip Campbell had that had just rolled randomly and got that trait. But yeah, good reputation, loyal, ladies' man / seductress, depending on the gender, good cook, gambler and risk taker, hedonist, and then all of you have some connection to this man named Rupert Merriweather. It looks like, Heath, are you creating your character now?
Yeah, I'm trying to use the character Mancer, and I'm not sure how to do the stats. Should I do point by and set
That's
how I
up to
think
you.
it should be?
that's up to you. If you want to do point buy or if you want to roll it, it's up to you. I'm letting people choose which way they want to do it.
The one thing I will say about the character mancer is if you do roll it, don't roll it again because you won't be able to get that original roll.
Yeah, and I will say if you have three or more like characteristics that are below 50, what you can do is roll a d6 separately and then add that to the results you got for rolling before multiplying them by 5. So like, I think I did this for both Eustace and I think Philip, because otherwise it was going to be having, just ridiculously low attributes for everything. But yeah. So Ogden, you're classified as wealthy. You're not rich or super rich, but you've...
Yeah, I didn't want to jam too many points
into
credit rating.
Yeah, which is fair. And you can always, if you use your credit rating for something, if I say, you're like, oh, I have this, I might be like, okay, make a credit rating roll to see if, you actually do have that. And then you can roll for improvement if you think, oh, my investments in whatever have gained me a lot of wealth or whatever, and, you get plus 10, you roll a d10 and you add your credit rating, just like any other skill. So, we now have, do you know what occupation you're going to choose for Alice?
Alice is going to be a professor.
Okay. Nice. Oh yeah, I guess I can... I'm surprised nobody really took a lot of points in occult.
I'd have to see how much I've got. No, I don't have a huge amount.
I'm just, nothing wrong with it. I'm just surprised.
Yep. We're here to learn, not to know already.
Yeah. But yeah, so let me see, Professor. Oh yeah, that's a specifically Lovecraftian, very much. So yeah, you get education, whatever you get for your education, times 4. You can get up to credit rating 70 if you wanted. And then skills, library use, other language, own language, psychology, and then any 4 other skills is academic, era, or personal specialties. Like, let's say you were a professor of, history and you really were interested in, the history of,
That's exactly, it was going to be professor of history with a specialization in ancient religions.
Oh, yeah. So you could take, that would be a perfect excuse to take, occult as an academic specialty, and / or history and archaeology, depending on kind of how you want to play the character.
I should have done that with mine.
But
Then again, I didn't know how much occult he would know, being that
yeah, I mean,
practice that.
keep in mind, if your skill is low and you end up succeeding on a roll, you can checkmark that, and because it's low, it'll be more likely for you to be able to improve it.
Cheese, could you justify it is not necessarily your character being a practitioner of the occult, but just being educated on the occult, because of his church background?
Yeah, kind of knowing what kind of warning signs to look out for the Satanists or whatever.
Yeah, exactly, that type of stuff.
And I could pass some points around real quick.
Yeah, it only if you want
It's up to you. I'm
Yeah,
just
only if you want to, because
trying
like
to justify it or help justify it.
yeah, and then yeah, Ogden, are you looking at? Oh, good. Yep. So.
Sorry, I have no idea what they're barking at.
Oh, no worries.
Good.
No,
So-
it's my roommates out at a birthday party, so the dogs are always.
Yep. Yeah, my
Dogs be borking.
Yep. We had to bring our tortoises in for the night, obviously, because it's getting dark out. And our tortoise, Jimmy, knows, like, he loves baths, and he knows exactly where the bath is. So as I was bringing the other two tortoises upstairs back to their kind of nighttime pens, Jimmy was walking right towards the guest bathroom where we give him the baths. He was just making a beeline for. He knows where it is.
That's awesome.
Yep. He is scarily smart.
Apparently, my roll 20 does not want to work today, so give me I need to send you something, Reptile.
Oh yeah, no worries.
Yeah, I'm still working on.
So I'd have other language and own language. So it'd be English and then whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't necessarily have to take another language, but like, for example, if you were, say, doing archaeology, you might specialize in, like, you know, like, say, you know, like, you know, like ancient Egyptian, yeah, you could take, like, Egyptian hieroglyphs as other language.
Like Sumerian or something.
Yeah.
I had to take another
Ooh,
language
yeah,
as a
Sumer-
Peloton.
Yeah. So yeah, you could take,
That's something I was forced
Yeah.
into.
yeah, you
What
could,
was the other language you took? Nice.
yeah, because, like, some scenarios will, like, I will tell you there's a scenario that we are going to be running down the line that you will get use out of other Sanskrit. But you shouldn't create a character with an eventual scenario down the line necessarily.
Yeah. How
Right.
I think Sumerian.
Sumerian?
Yeah, since that would kind of go along with ancient religions.
Yeah, Sumerian, ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs, like...
I got a 45 in Latin.
Yeah, which is good, because Latin will come in handy for certain, because a lot of, like, exorcisms of, like, certain, of certain monsters will rely on, like, you know, understanding Latin chants.
I mean, I got 45 in Latin.
Yeah.
I have a 69 in English.
Ah,
Nice.
that's good.
My education score is 69.
Yep, because you rolled an improvement. Yep, so,
Yep.
yep, so, Ogden, how do you know, Rupert Merriweather?
I have to know who Rupert Merriweather is to know how I know him.
Oh, he's the one who called you here. To this hospital in Arkham. He had, let me,
He is
I would
the
say that if he's done any camping / hunting
probably...
out in the New England,
I mean, he's gone out in New England specifically for certain things, but I would say probably not, like, camping per se, or, like, hunting necessarily. But,
Lamping?
would you say that he's gone to do seen anything weird or strange?
yeah, I mean, he is,
Gone seeking that out.
yes, he is a former member
I will
of...
say,
Yeah, he's
I
a...
will say that's how Ogden will have met him, because Ogden fancies himself to be a naturalist.
Ah,
In
okay.
the outdoors, in the wilderness, but in his time between being a boy and getting older, he has seen quite a few strange things out in the backwoods of Maine.
Okay, yeah, and so, yeah, you might have, like, met him through the, through connections to the Society for the Exploration of the Unexplained. So, and you can figure out what your character might have thought of him, like...
Ogden, what'd you say your last name was?
Wigglesworth.
Wigglesworth. I wanted to say Wiggles Bottom.
Works.
Yep, and you guys are also welcome to decide if your characters know each other, like, from the start. If, like, say, like, Lucius Martin and Eustace, say, for example, know each other and they recognize each other, or this scenario does not require it. So that's part of why I chose it, because that way it wouldn't be, having to be like, okay, how does my character know, everybody? But the hope is that this scenario will, because it will bring your characters together, it will make it like more logical that that those same characters would work together again.
Right.
So, yeah.
When I look in the book, ancient or unknown languages should not be chosen.
Yep. So that
maybe I shouldn't.
That means I'm talking like that. That's more like I would say, like, yeah, Sumerian might not, but like ancient Egyptian, like Egyptian hieroglyphs, like that's one that would be very.
We can go with that.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, it's more like you wouldn't know, like, say, like one of the languages of like the, like the elder things.
Right.
Like you wouldn't have.
You don't speak Cthulhu.
Yeah, you don't speak like Mew or like.
Yeah.
But. Yeah. And one of the main reasons that I want you guys to have things in all of those backstory entries is because as Keeper, when you go, like, when you have either a bout of madness or you go indefinitely insane by losing more than a fifth or more of your starting sanity in a single kind of in-game day, I may mess around with some of the stuff in your backstory, like maybe,
so cool.
Like maybe say a treasured friend. I might instead revise it to be, oh, this person, you feel like they are stalking you. They always seem to be around, and they're always trying to talk to you. Like, what do they know? What are they, like, who are they in cahoots with? That sort of thing. So, yeah, it's important just for me.
Apologize.
Oh, no worries. It's just important for me to have something to work with.
If I may ask, did Philip have the stuff you were looking for, or am I missing anything?
Let me check. Just treasure possessions and traits. So like.
Possessions and traits. Okay.
Yeah. So. Yeah, and if you need to, you can always go to the Creating Investigators, and it has lists of potential treasure possessions and traits that you can either choose one from, or you can or you can roll it. Oh my god, I just noticed this. I can't believe I didn't see it. For treasure possessions 10, it uses 3 examples. E.g., a dog, a cat, a tortoise. Oh my god. That's so
hilarious.
I love that.
That's awesome.
If one of you has a treasure possession that is a tortoise named Jimmy, I will not ever mess with that. I will not ever mess with that entry.
I mean,
make a tortoise named Jimmy.
I mean,
such a
it
great
does.
name for a tortoise too.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, is
love
there
that.
any bad name for a tortoise?
No, not really, honestly.
I mean, turtle would probably not be a great name for a tortoise.
yeah,
No.
but
Have you played Elden Ring? Have you seen the Tortoise Pope?
I have not played the game because I don't have the stern stuff
fair.
that it takes for like Soulsborne, but I love looking at that
I
stuff.
love the Tortoise Pope. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's so great.
Yeah, the taupe, if you will.
Yep.
But yeah, so yeah, just making sure you have stuff there so that if you have a bout of madness, it's going to be something that's like that you notice later, and then it's going to be more like meaningful to your character, so that like it becomes a more, you know, meaningful experience in general.
Right.
So, yeah, it'll help us help me make it more fun for everybody.
Alright, I think I've got everything. Although
Yep.
I do need to go look at items.
Okay, yeah, and it's entirely possible that you don't necessarily have any, like, because it's only worth, like, writing down if you think it will have any gameplay significance.
Mm-mm.
Like, for example, if your character possesses a firearm, like, you would probably want to put that in there.
Yeah, that's why I have to go look it up.
Yeah, and then, like you would probably want to put in, like, a car. This scenario takes place in the year, I'm trying to remember exactly which, takes place in, I think it's 1923 or something like that. So, I would just look up, let's see,
In case you care, a Model T at the time was about $300.
yeah, I would let...
Just because you keep bringing up cars is for credit rating. I was just saying.
Oh, yeah.
Too expensive back then.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I mean,
it's actually one of the big reasons why they were popular.
yeah.
So,
True.
Yep, so I would let you choose any model of car that would have, like, it doesn't have to be, like, a brand new, like, one that was, like, a model that was released in 1923, but, like, it just has to be, it can't be, like, you know, one that was released in, like, 1940.
Right.
no.
So, you can just put, like, honestly, you can just put car. It's more like if you want to add a flavor to be, like, able to describe it more exactly or whatever, or even it might say something about your character, like your choice of car.
Nice. Cool.
I will do that. I'm going to say that. I'm gonna say it's a hand-me-down of a 1918 Model T truck.
Yeah, that
Would
makes...
that be okay?
Oh, of course. Yeah, that makes sense for your
Yeah.
character.
Yeah, because my character had a dad who would have been driving to Roanoke fairly regular.
Yeah.
And he was also on a farm, so...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I definitely think that's reasonable.
With a credit of 50, could I afford a car?
Let's see. What is your
Rating?
let's see. No, it's in possessions. So you would have cash of 250
$250.
and then what is your assets? What is assets for your credit rating? Because that's what your car would be counted as. Like, if you were buying a car, let's see. So your credit rating is 50. So, or is your credit?
Would like my antique store in New York be an asset?
Yeah, that would be because let's see. So, what is your credit rating?
50.
50. Okay, so you are classified as wealthy. So then,
Okay.
yeah, you have like $25,000 of like total assets. So like for possessions, you could put a car. Like you would reasonably have a car, and whether or not you want to specify the make and model is up to you.
Oh, I will. It's gonna be. It's gonna be. You said this takes place in 23.
Yep, 1923.
All right, hold on. I want to see if this car that I want exists.
Yep, and if it doesn't, keep in mind that you can always sell whatever car you have now and get another one as campaigns take place in the future. Which...
I'm driving a 1921 Packard Twin Six.
Okay, yep, put it under your possessions.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
And then, yeah, like... Because the question is basically whether or not some people are going to carpool, and this also means that I have the license to potentially send your characters on like somewhere else, like for example, there are some campaigns that might take you to exotic locations. So someone like Ogden is very valuable to have because it means that I don't have to have you guys roll up new rich characters.
Ogden can fund a lot of things, and Ogden is not rolling in money himself, but his family definitely is. So he's got a 1922 Rolls-Royce Silver Ghost.
Oh, nice. My dad has a 2014 Rolls-Royce Phantom.
Oh man, that's
yeah.
Nice.
That's baller.
Yeah.
That by the way is not Ogden did not buy that himself. It was given to him.
Yeah.
Ah,
So,
Like Ogden is wealthy. His family is super rich.
okay, so they're
Right.
like, yeah, so like his family is credit rating 99.
Yeah, his family is credit rating 99. They control all of the lumber and shipping in New England.
Okay. Yeah, make sure to put some of that in your backstory just so that I can remember it for, like, if for example you need to charm or like persuade your, family to like, send you some money for something.
But then,
Or like-
I'll write something up.
Or like buy a house in the
stuff in
Hamptons.
bio.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Were
So
they doing the whole like alcohol subscriptions back then?
I have no
'Cause I
idea.
know, like some luxury
so
car
in the
now-
1920s, it would have been mid-prohibition.
Oh, it would have been, wouldn't
Yeah.
it? Okay, I forgot
But
about
being that rich,
Yeah,
you would basically be able to ignore,
So,
because you could just pay a cop $5 to look the other way.
Wow. I'm sure there's some group
wait.
in the Caymans that do it.
Yeah.
that's kind of where Ogden's making his money.
He's a bootlegger.
on the islands.
He's a rum runner.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
Oh, that would be.
He's got an
You got that fast
ironic
car.
side business of running rum from Canada down through the New Englands.
Nice.
Ironically, I have people in my family who used to run Shine, so that's cool.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Same here. I mean, so many people did it. But yep, there it said wrong.
Okay, I've got a question.
Yep.
So character, with like a walking, can that also bless melee weapon?
Yeah, that would be like
Can
an
I, basically do like.
that'd be an improvised weapon. Yeah.
Could it count as a large club? Because under large club it says baseball, cricket bat, poker.
I would allow it.
I'm assuming maybe.
Yeah, I would allow it, and it's going to use your fighting brawl roll, which, keep in mind, it doesn't matter how powerful your weapon is if you can't hit.
Right. Of course.
Yeah. So.
Where are the like items and weapons located? 'Cause I can't
Let me see.
find it in the PDF.
It is
Like,
chapter 10 reference.
What are you looking for? The weapons?
yeah.
Yep. So.
Hold on. I'm on it right now. I
Yeah, the
gotta
weapons
scroll back
table
up to the-
is
to the
page
thing,
250. Starts at page 250.
Yep. If you scroll up to where it gives you the contents, you can literally click on the words and it'll take you directly to the page as well, which is pretty cool.
I just don't know how to read everything 'cause I see it.
You good?
Yeah. Now,
Look up prices for all the cool.
yeah. So note that like I will like if your character is like a professor or like an antique dealer, I might question if like you were like, oh yeah, I have a fucking 12 gauge shotgun or something. But
where it says attacks, does that mean the same thing as uses per round?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so like
After range, it says attacks. I would put like 1.
yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, because, like, for example, like if you're using a flintlock, that 1/4 means you can fire it, and then it's going to be 3 rounds of reloading it.
Cool, cool.
For a total of 4 rounds. But I don't think any of you are taking a flintlock. Or an elephant gun.
The elephant gun would be... I would never financially recover from shooting one.
Yeah. Yeah, because it does have stats. It does 3d6 plus 4 damage. But there's only 2... There's only... it's only got a magazine size of 2. So... Yeah.
$400. That's more expensive than the fucking cars.
Yeah. Yeah, anywhere from 4... Yeah. Yeah, so it would be 400, and then today it would be 1,800.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, but you can get...
Definitely think, oh, you can use a whip.
Yeah.
I really want to have a whip.
I could see...
What, you Simon Belmont?
I
like a
was about
bullwhip?
to say that.
I could see,
That's what it is.
You just pour it.
I could see you calling it... I could see you calling it like a cat o' nine tails.
Yes.
Because, like, you know, maybe you were, like, you disciplined during, like, Sunday school.
Mm-hmm.
That sort of thing.
Shall face the lashes of punches.
Yep. Let me see what your, do you even have it to image? Okay. I was just making sure that, because if you have a damage bonus that's negative, that means that you will subtract that amount from whatever you get as, so, like, yeah, so you would have to get Fighting Whip, which, I will have to check what, let's see, skill list, so, because that would be specifically a, type of, let me see what, that's fighting specializations. Okay, Whip, so you would start with, do you want me to add it to your, character sheet? If you're getting a whip? So that's a whip. So fighting whip.
Yeah,
Fighting parentheses whip. You have, you start out with having 5%. So 0.5.
Okay,
Yeah. And then, yeah, fighting skill 1. So, yeah, just put fighting parentheses whip. And then it'll be 0.5. Yep, so I can actually put it in for you. There you go. Yeah, because, yeah, it already says fighting under there, so, yeah. So that means that in order to hit with that, you'll have to roll a 5 or less on a D100.
That's
And,
going to be amazing when you actually hit with it.
yeah, it's going to be even funnier when he rolls a 96 to 100, because that's going to be a fumble.
Oh, you can literally just have him where he whips himself in the dick.
Yes, I can. And then I'm going to have him just, you know.
My groin!
That's exactly what I thought was going to happen.
Yep. And I would make you do the deal the damage of the weapon to yourself, which, let me, yeah, for a bullwhip, it is, 1d3 plus half your damage bonus, but since your damage bonus is 0, it's just 1d3.
I guess I don't really need to write it anywhere, like a Bible and a crucifix.
No, like, I mean,
Those are kind of...
you might put those in, like, I guess you could put those in, like, possessions if you wanted to, but that's more like, that's more just like, you know, something that, as long as you mention that you have it from the get-go, like, if you're like, oh, I take out my Bible, blah blah blah, I'm not going to make you do like a luck roll to make sure that you like actually have one.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out put in because I'm just gonna have Ogden have both a 1911 and I can't find anything that I can old Henry rifle off of.
Okay, so let's see M19.
There is a 1911.
Okay. Yeah, so let me see where. Yeah, so you can just put that one in, and then for what was the other one you wanted?
It would be an old Henry rifle.
Oh,
So
okay.
His possession is his grandfather's old Henry rifle.
Okay. Well, figure out what you think would be the closest of these stats-wise to that. Like, is it, say, bolt action? Is it, like, what is its kind of caliber? Because that'll, like, help with, like, deciding what damage it does in range. So,
Probably gonna be the Winchester is probably the closest.
okay, so...
Because the Winchester was based off of the Henry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the 45 Martini Henry
the
rifle.
Winchester's just slightly not old enough to be his grandfather's.
Okay, yeah. Because, yeah, there is the 45 Martini Henry rifle.
Oh, where is that?
It is the fourth one down under rifles. And it does 1d8 plus 1d6 plus 3, range of 80 yards, but you have to fire and then take 2 rounds to reload it.
It's a sniper rifle.
Yeah, because Henry is a repeating rifle.
Okay, so then, let's see.
Might not be
Martini
repeating.
Henry's a single shot.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I'm apparently not looking on the correct page.
It's a...
There's the tables.
Yeah. And then, Heath, have you, figured out your character? Like, creation?
Yeah, I'm on to the backstory part.
Okay.
Finish.
And then,
Write out all the descriptions and other things in here.
yeah, so,
Yeah, so
yeah, and then just, drop a picture of your, drop, like, a copy of your character's art in the, Discord so I can make the token.
Yeah, I'll drop it in.
I think as someone trying to exorcise demons, potentially from someone,
Uh-oh.
I think I might need some rope.
Yeah, you can put that in, like, your possessions, like, kind of hempen rope type thing. And I would just make it, like, a dex roll to like, tie a knot, to, like, tie a really tight knot.
And do you think I could argue that I might carry, like, a medical kit to, like, examine someone to see if they're possessed?
I would say that would be, like, it probably wouldn't be, like, an actual medical kit. It would be more like a, like, a church kind of... It wouldn't be particular like, an actual med kit. It would be more like a... I would say it would give you,
You
like...
have like holy water and like a miniature cross and a small little travel Bible in it.
Yeah, basically, yeah. I think, yeah, so
Maybe a
right...
wooden stake.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Maybe not then. How about laxatives so they poop the demon out?
I would allow it because I feel like that's something that, like,
I love that.
1920s, like, uber religious people would actually try to do.
Believe it.
Because,
Yeah.
like, I mean, this was, like, barely after they were prescribing fucking cocaine to everybody, so...
Yeah.
I'm gonna roleplay feeding someone a bunch of laxatives.
Yep. Yep, and I'm gonna have to get the fucking fart noises on like, a fucking keybind.
Might need a few wetter sound ones.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Something about a barrel.
Okay. Yep, so,
Just keep dunking them in the barrel.
yep,
If you don't
just...
mind me asking, very much would not. If you don't mind me asking, do you happen to have any understanding why
Sorry, what?
the blue?
You were cutting,
That's why how much it cost back then.
It's the thing though, the Mauser 1898, and I just mean even for balance reasons, because They all do 2d6 plus 4, but that one's 10. The others are like almost 100.
Yeah.
Specifically.
I found an SMG on this list that's $1,000 in 1920, 20 grand in today's.
Oh yeah,
it's
you
an
mean
MP
180.
181.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, for like machine guns and such, this is post NFA, so yeah, easy.
Yeah, though I would be very conservative about giving you guys access to,
Oh yeah.
because like, unless SMGs or like unless you had
the model 1882 Gatling gun.
unless you had a like a connection in the like to the army or to like a very powerful like mafia organization, I would not allow you to have any sort of submachine gun or machine gun.
It makes sense.
Because it just wouldn't make sense.
Well, you know, that just means we want to do a mobster campaign next, right?
Yeah, and I'm totally down to let you guys like that is one of.
Actually, would be a great campaign.
Yeah, I mean, you guys
Very
are
fun.
you guys are allowed to create a mobster at any time.
Oh yes.
Just know that I will balance encounters accordingly.
Of course.
Like if you're all packing,
My character.
there's going to be 2 Shoggoths instead of just 1.
Oh, that's not good.
I'm kidding.
It'd be great to do like we all play like Three Stooges,
Oh, that would
Oh my
be
god.
five
And-
Stooges in the gang.
that would be
Just a bunch of idiots.
that would be so funny, but it would be so hard for me as a GM to keep things going because you keep failing every roll I give you.
Just slapstick comedy, man.
Yep, that would be.
Our
Hey,
mob boss
remember
could
that-
be Jimmy the Turtle.
That's a great. That actually would make a great name. Name's Jimmy the Turtle. See, because I got that strong shell. Gang's like a strong shell. It protects each other. Name's Jimmy the Turtle.
Like a
See.
turtle, like a tortoise shell.
Yep. Yeah, he literally walks around, like, in a big fucking, steel tortoise shell, or, that would be amazing.
But it's not a steel tortoise shell. It's just a suit that just looks like a tortoise shell.
Yep, he's just cosplaying before his time.
It's his favorite pasta. Tortellini.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. There you go.
Tortugolini.
Oh my god.
What's the ideology beliefs section?
Oh, that is like, how does your character view... Let me, there's actually a, let me see. No, not
See it
skills.
on the example.
Yeah, let me, okay. So, like, it's basically, like, you are, so, like, there's, for example, ideology beliefs on page 53. It's like, okay, do you believe in a higher power, or do you believe in, like, are you focused on politics? Are you, like, really anything that you think would be your character's general, like, kind of philosophy? Or,
What
say,
page did you say that was on?
53. That's, like, if you want to roll something
Okay,
up
thank you.
quickly, if you have trouble coming up with something.
I was kind of having trouble coming up with ideology.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
But yeah, all of you will need to have a connection to Rupert Merriweather, because he's called you all here, and he wouldn't call you here if, like, you were just a complete stranger. So, all of you so far, as I've been able to tell, have a good connection to.
Don't mind me asking. Off topic, actually. What type of firearm do you believe my character would do best with, or not do best with, would be most in character?
I would say-
Manfield or a shotgun.
I'm
Thinking either the double barrel.
Yeah, I'm thinking, like, because, like, you have skill in rifle. So I would say,
Rifle / shotgun is the same skill.
Oh, right, yeah. So, I would see, I could see, like, a firearms, like, I could see a shotgun working, because, like, because that seems like the kind of weapon that that the average, like, 1920s farmer might have, like a double barrel, like, you know, they kind of come up to the door, who's there?
Yep.
Like an
Gotta
old
use something to
Remington or
shoot
an old
foxes.
Winchester.
Yeah. Yeah, or, like an old hunting rifle might also, like, either one. I think whatever you think would be more fun for your character.
I think the shotgun would be more fun.
Yep, so then, yeah, use that. So,
Cool.
So, yep, and once everybody's done, we've got all our characters.
I haven't introduced my character yet.
Yep. So, yeah, once Heath is done with his, we will kind
Go
of...
forward with the introductions.
Yes, exactly.
Cool. Do I have time to step outside and smoke a cigarette real quick?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay, I appreciate you.
Give me just the last few minutes I need.
Yeah, no problem.
Does this system specifically have rules for using a shot or a weapon stock as a melee weapon?
No, I would say that would be like a club.
Club?
Yeah, effectively.
What's the rules for that?
Let me see.
Or shoots. Awesome.
It would be weapons table, so it would be just like... I would say it would be like a small club, because it's not like, you know, a baseball bat, but which would... Yeah, you can just call it like, you know, like rifle stock, and then it'll be using fighting brawl, and it would be 1d6 plus your damage bonus. That would be the damage you would do with it.
What was my damage bonus? Was it like
Let me see. It'll say in combat, your damage bonus is 1d4.
1d4.
Yeah, so it would be...
Okay, so I don't need to add it to the actual damage thing itself. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you should, because, like, it'll be 1d6, so I would say, like, 1d6 plus 1d4.
Okay.
Yeah, so that means that, yeah, so your character's a pretty stout fella. He hits pretty hard. That means, like, unarmed combat, because unarmed combat is basically you're gonna do, I forget exactly. I think it's just, like, you're just gonna do, like, 1 damage plus your damage bonus.
Yeah.
If you're just, like, throwing hands. But you would get, like, you'd be able to do a maximum of... I think if you roll maximum, or no, if you roll an extreme success with your weapon, you do the maximum amount of damage. And that, you do, like, the maximum amount of damage and then plus, I believe it's plus the, like, plus another, like, you roll the damage again. I'll have to look it up, again, to be like, let's see. Combat, firearm, let's see,
That is interesting.
Yep, so...
Okay, yeah, firearms can be really nasty.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Yes.
firearms, you can basically insta-kill.
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
I'm just
that's
looking at
pretty
the
realistic.
damage calculations for the handguns. Like, the handgun can do a max of 12 damage, and the rifle that I have can do a max of 20 damage.
Yeah, you just gotta remember that, you won't always be facing humans.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, so graded damage is inflicted if the attacker gains an extreme level of success in their attack. This only occurs if the attack is made on a character's turn in the dex order, not when fighting back. Each character gets 1 moment in the spotlight each round, and this is their blah blah blah. If the attacker achieves an extreme success with a non-impaling weapon, for example blunt weapons such as a fist, kick, or club, then they have hit a weak spot and caused maximum damage. So plus maximum damage bonus, if any. If the attacker achieves an extreme level of success with a penetrating weapon, such as a blade or bullet, then an impale has been inflicted. This means that the weapon or bullet chance to strike a vital area, driving deeply through blah blah blah. Apply the increased damage as for an extreme success for a blunt weapon, and add a damage roll for the weapon. So you do so basically you do the maximum. So like for example, if you got an extreme success on your Remington with the rifle shotgun skill, which would be let's see, 5 times. What is 75 divided by 5? That's 75 divided by 5 is 15, I think. Yeah, 15. So if you rolled less than a 15 on your your rifle shotgun skill, and you were firing your Remington, you would do 24 damage plus another 4d6.
Nice.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Do I care about damage bonus for ranged weapons?
No. Damage bonus is only for, like, close combat, because it's like, you know, how hard are you
tied to
hitting?
your strength.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't...
Your strength and size, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tied to your
Strength
build.
and size don't help much when it comes to actually...
Yeah, just like...
actually hitting them.
Exactly. So...
Unless you're hitting them with the gun.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, so...
Okay, I got character creation done. I guess I just need possessions.
Depends on whether or not you think your character would have anything worth mentioning. Like... Oh yeah. So... Yeah, do you think your character, Oh yeah, you're...
back.
Great! Just in time. Oh yeah. You're probably...
Excellent, sorry.
Yeah, so like, your character has a build of -1 with a damage bonus of -1, so that means if you were to take, say, a melee improvised weapon, it would be 1d4 -1 damage, so the maximum you could do is 3, because you're a pretty, like, small person. But... Oh, I was... Nah, yeah. So, no worries. Let me just edit this so that you have your magic points. Magic points, by the way...
You're pretty.
Yep.
Sorry.
No, yeah, you're right. It's literally described in his in his personal description. 5'6", slim, attractive woman with blonde hair and hazel brown eyes. So...
The perfect
Like
woman.
in real life.
I'm dead.
That's amazing.
You're supposed to make a character, man, not enter the game.
Yep.
Yeah, get creative. Come on.
Yep. So let's see. Oh, nice. You've got good
that's
points in
great.
occult. That'll help. Listen also will help. Oh man, yeah, you've got a character that's definitely going to be useful.
Awesome.
And so, how does your character know Rupert?
Okay, I put it in my bio.
Oh yeah, let me...
That he would have. He gave some guest lecture at the University of London while my character was still an undergraduate, and then I happened to meet him in a cafe the next day, and his charisma convinced me to pursue higher education beyond undergraduate.
Perfect. So
What's
I
your
think...
character's name?
Alice Pembroke.
Yeah, so it would be Professor Pembroke.
Pembroke.
Yeah. Yeah, Pembroke. Penbrooke. Brooke, yeah. So,
Cool. I should
yep.
write the names down into my character sheet.
Yep, I
So
think
don't
that's everybody. Why don't we summarize the characters before if we want to get started. So,
Cheese, what's your character's name?
Lucius Martin.
Yeah, Father Lucius
Noosh.
Martin.
Lucius
L-U-C-I-U-S.
Lucius
Yes.
Martin. Okay.
But you can call me Father Martin.
Father Martin.
Right.
That just makes me think of fucking Outlast. Father Martin.
Exactly, that's what it's like.
That's awesome.
That is great. I do love that. So,
Okay, so we got Ogden Wigglesworth, Philip Campbell, Alice Penbrook, Lucius Martin. Am I missing anybody?
no, yep, that's it. Besides yourself, yeah.
Okay, cool.
So,
Okay. And my name is Eustace Sinclair.
yeah, so let's just briefly introduce the characters, kind of who they are, why they're here. I mean, we all know why they're here, but what made you decide to answer the summons, and then we'll get started.
Who would like to go first?
I'll just say I'm Father Martin,
Father Martin.
age 45, Catholic priest from Rochester, New York.
Nice.
And I specialize in studying demons and the occult for the church, and how to defeat them. So my connection is that I was contacted by Rupert about 10 years ago because he was interested in learning on how the Catholic Church had there any documentation on demonic encounters in the occult.
Yeah,
And
and
we sort of became... Oh, what were you going to say?
no, I was just gonna say the same. Like,
Essentially, the church wanted me to keep up contact with him. Just to kind of like spy on what he was doing. So we sort of became pen pals for a while and exchanged documents and letters. Just basically information until the letters just stopped coming. Until I was invited to see him again.
yeah. So, what made you decide to specifically answer this call? Not call, but this summons, so to speak.
Just that, you'd stopped communicating for so long. I had assumed, either something happened or I don't know, he was hiding something, and then to suddenly get a letter from him again, I was intrigued.
Okay.
And I got the approval to go there and figure out, what does he want now?
Yep. Smart. Who wants to go next?
I might as well.
Okay.
I am playing as Philip Campbell of Chester, Massachusetts. At least that's where I live now. Grew up mostly in Boone, because that's where my pa was from. But the reason I'm up here, because he went off and got himself got by something. Not sure what, but I don't know, some of the weird junk this group, this society seems to be dealing with, I wouldn't be too surprised. He wasn't dealing with it back when he worked on farm back home down south, but yep, working with this PI up in Roanoke. I don't know what his deal was. Extra cash, I guess, was nice. Probably for him.
Okay.
Alright.
Yep. That's nice. Okay.
Got against society.
Yeah.
Same thing. Hey, he's got. Oh, Senator did, that is.
Yeah. All right.
I'm done. Please continue.
Yep. So, who wants to go next? We've got we've got Eustace, we've got Lucius, and we've got Philip. So we just have.
Next.
Oh yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
I haven't gone. Yeah, I'll go.
Yep. Go ahead.
My name is Eustace Sinclair. I'm originally from Salem, Massachusetts, but I reside in New York, New York. I own a little antique shop known as Nixon Necks, downtown New York, and well, I've done many dealings with Rupert Merriweather. I knew he was a member for the unexplained, and during that time, he and his colleagues would visit me regularly to get my expert input on the artifacts that they would regularly find. Later, he would send some of his colleagues to get some choice objects appraised, but it's been a while, and when I got this summons, I was interested because I hadn't heard from the man in a while. So it hurts my heart to hear that he's passed, but I want to know what happened.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. Yep, love you.
Also, to describe him, he's 53, he's small, he's frail, he's well dressed, but he's disheveled. Like it looks like he put his clothes on like in 10 seconds flat. And that's kind of how his personality is too, a little bit. He kind of bounces around all over the place, but he means well.
Okay. So, why don't either Heath or FICO go next? I am going to retrieve the Jimmy from the bathtub and just grab a couple things from downstairs. So I'll be right back.
You guys have already went, sort of.
Yeah, I just finished introducing Alice Pembroke. She's a professor of history with a focus on ancient religion at the University of London.
Cool.
Like I said before, Rupert Merriweather gave some lectures as a guest at the University of London and piqued her interest. So when she ran into him the next day, talked about his lectures on, I assume, ancient religions and sort of extra supernatural things that maybe other people weren't so interested in. She was inspired to pursue historical knowledge, to see if there was any real basis to this stuff. And so, receiving an urgent telegram, since they had correspondence.
I also have to go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be back in a minute.
Take your time.
Yeah, after talking through letters on occasion, received in America. Thought big. Something big to learn, so gotta go to America.
Coming to America.
Cool. Oh man,
Alright.
This game's gonna be cool.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
Sorry,
Oh no, that's fine.
I'm just getting excited.
And as I have said, I am Ogden Wigglesworth of the Wigglesworth family, the foremost proprietors of lumber in all of New England. I have met Rupert on more than one occasion throughout my youth in the backwoods of Maine. It seems that every time I have encountered him, I've also encountered something inexplicable. Either a small town with some unexplainable problem, or disappearances. So, when his letter arrived after a new rash of disappearances in our logging camps, I felt that it was in the family's best interest to go seek him out. Just do anything.
Cool.
Sounds cool.
We're all pen pals, basically.
Pretty
This
much.
guy.
I've actually met him though. I've actually done like dealings with him.
Did
The
he,
guys, he thinks he's cool because he's met him already.
did he ever hang
Yeah,
around the
well
society
traveled.
after he left?
How many people know him in random places?
Did I? Did I hang around the society?
That's also another question, but I was meaning the former member, the proprietor. I think that's his name. Not
Rupert?
name, you got me. Rupert. he firmly and then died after that. I probably would not know him, but if he did interact with society, he would. Because I am actually a current member of it.
I see what you're saying.
Because my character is going to Arkham, the college in question, for...
I think that might be a question for Kyle.
That sounds like it would. Do you hang around the society very much?
Just when they get weird artifacts that they need me to look and kind of give them insight on. I'm not a member of it. I think it is interesting, but it's not. My dude is more interested in like the historical relevance of the ancient artifacts and not really the like more supernatural side of the things.
Maybe.
Well, go ahead.
That would work.
I gave my dude 70 in library use.
That's
Works.
fantastic.
Yep. And 75 in history as well.
That is like ridiculously. I think the highest that I have is 50 in the world.
Nice.
Well, I mean, other than my credit rating.
Yep.
Apparently, Ant Dealer like on the rate was like I'm the points to it, so I can get that cap.
Yeah.
Which is, I guess, came in handy, and then I could have that car. But I guess it wouldn't have mattered either way. Got a
Oh, yes, I gotta. Let's see.
Okay.
Oh,
My apologies.
Actually, I need to remove my car because it wouldn't make any sense for me to have it.
Yep, I am back.
Because it probably got...
welcome back.
Yep.
They should
A
take
question
some
for
more
you.
points.
Yes.
Jeez, were you going to ask something?
Let's say maybe I should take points out of credit rating and put it with. So
Put it with what?
put
You
it.
said you wanted to take points out of credit rating and put it into whip.
I would allow it,
I mean, that's
though.
what happens when you buy a car.
Oh, that's good.
Damn it, you guys are funny.
This is why I play with this group. There's always something good. Well, keep in mind, if you pass once, you're very likely to improve the skill. But yeah, I would allow you to do that, though you might have to give up, depending on how much you're trying to put into it, you might have to get rid of some assets that you may have put on your sheet.
I don't think I have any assets. I'm a Catholic priest.
Yep, I meant like... Okay, yeah, so you don't have a car or
That's not
anything.
true.
Okay.
Catholic priests have assets. They got cars.
Yep. Okay, well, anyways. Yeah, you can do that, but make sure you don't take yourself below the minimum credit rating for the profession.
It's 9, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. So. We all ready?
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
you've recently each been contacted by Rupert Merriweather, an aging man you have known for some time. Merriweather is unwell and seems not long for this world. He has asked you to meet him at St. Mary's Teaching Hospital in Arkham at 1 o'clock on Thursday. None of you have seen the man for quite some time, so this urgent summons appears to be quite important. Perhaps he has something to tell you before he dies. So, St. Mary's Teaching Hospital is located in downtown Arkham, adjacent to the historic Miskatonic University. The hospital boasts the latest in modern equipment and techniques, as well as some of the best medical practitioners on the eastern seaboard. The information desk in the main lobby is where you get your directions to Merriweather's private third-floor room. So, are you all going to try and make it at the specified time, or are you going to try and be fashionably late, or...
What time is it saying that we're supposed to arrive?
Yeah, 1 o'clock p.m. on Thursday.
Okay.
Are we seeing a map or anything yet? Or...
No, there's no map for this area.
Is it right
I'll
near the
think.
college?
Yeah, it is, yeah, it's adjacent to Miskatonic. I believe there is a map of Arkham in
I'd
the,
show up a half an hour early.
Okay, yeah, let's see. Arkham, map of Arkham,
Because I'm gonna have to walk there regardless, so no point waiting.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. So.
To which to
Well
retcon,
said.
my car is still in Chester because it's not actually mine, it's my mother's.
Okay. So.
Nice.
Yeah, so, anybody trying to make it in late, or...
I'd say Eustace also shows up early.
Okay. I'm basically just trying to figure out if
I
anybody's
show up.
going to be late.
In his 8A driver to make sure that he shows up expressly on time.
Okay, so nobody's trying to be late.
I've been sleeping in the waiting room.
Okay, yeah, so nobody's trying to be late. That's the main thing.
We're all early.
Okay, so you guys are led up to the room by an orderly, and she just tells you his family is in there with him. Just be gentle. He is still not well. We are not sure exactly what's going on. And so, as you enter, you see a bedridden Rupert Merriweather, who, let me... who looks like this. He's an old man.
Is that intended to be a handout of some variety?
No, I'm just putting it on the board just because it's easier than making a separate handout for it.
Board is currently concealed.
Huh. Let me,
It is solid black.
okay, let me,
Yeah,
Also,
so
thank
that-
you, by the way.
let's see, lighting, or fog war, I'll have, let
Probably
me,
like this last week too.
yeah, let's see, standard fog war, off, on. Okay, so you guys can't even see the title screen?
Mm-mm.
No.
It's been black this whole time for us.
Damn,
Yes.
that's odd. Let me, oops. Yeah, let me just take you to this.
You were just waiting to reveal.
Okay. Oh, I see why. I accidentally had you on the wrong map.
Oh my
What?
god.
That's
That is
better.
an old man.
Yep, that is the old fellow.
Yes.
And you see adjacent to him, or kind of by his bedside, you see two other people. One of them looks older, about Bertrand's age, and the other is this just sneering, weasel-like, kind of sharply dressed. He looks like he's probably his son. Now, in a rasping whisper, yeah, in a rasping whisper, Merriweather's, "Thank you all for joining me here in my final days. This is my wife, Agnes," he gestures to the older woman, "and my son, Bertrand." He gestures to the kind of the weaselly looking guy. "Now, Agnes, my dear, and Bertrand, would you mind, leaving the room for a second? I need to talk to my friends." Dad, what are you doing talking to these strangers? Like, you better not be giving them anything, because you know how important that is for your mother and or for your wife and I. Like, that is ours. I am well aware of your wishes for the inheritance, Bertrand, but this is of utmost importance. Please, just leave now. It is honor an old man's dying wish. And Bertrand kind of sighs and leads Agnes out of the room. He looks over to the door as it shuts, and he seems to be making sure that it's shut. And he just, please come closer. I do not want. My voice cannot. I cannot project my voice the way I might have used to. Please.
I step closer.
I step closer, but not too much to crowd. Seems like this side of the bed's a little bit crowded anyhow, so I'll probably go to the other.
Okay.
Yeah, I was about to say that as well. I go to the other side of the bed, but I'm like standing like I'm like pretty close.
Okay. So.
I'm just standing ominously at the foot of his bed.
Okay, so.
Oh God.
He doesn't see. He seems like he's.
Found a chair in the room.
Yeah.
Pulling it up.
Okay. Once you guys are all up close, he says, "In my youth, I and some fellow students became involved in what we believed to be innocent exploration of the occult. Led by a slightly older man named Marion Allen, the six of us purchased an old farmhouse a few miles west of Arkham, near the village of Ross's Corners. There we could conduct seances and other physical research, or psychical research in privacy. Alas, our work had unforeseen results. Our last experiment summoned an evil force into this world. Instead of attempting to expel the thing, we were afraid and abandoned the old house, confident that the magic that brought the evil to this world would also keep it confined in the vacant house, or send it back after a short time. However, I have since discovered that the spell that binds the entity to the house lasts only as long as the casters live. I am the last of the group, and I fear that upon my death the thing will go free and wreak havoc on the folks thereabouts. I am too old, too ill, and too much of a coward to go back to that house to try to banish the entity myself. I am guilty of many things, but my deepest sin was unleashing that horror that fateful night. I am convinced the entity will escape its confinement on my death." He gestures weakly to an innocuous-looking metal box on the nightstand beside the bed. "Take the box. All the aid I can offer you lies within. You must find the courage to send that thing back to where it came from. You must see that this is done. Do this for me, please."
Oh. Eustace picks up the box, and then he looks at everybody else.
So, before you can open it...
Should I open it?
As you say that, the ailing Merriweather is choked by a sudden spasm. He doubles up, groans, and then coughs forth a huge gout of blood, splattering all of you standing near the nightstand, and then just falls. All of you must make a sanity roll.
Rupert.
Mr. Merriweather.
Where's the button?
Yep, just click, just click sanity and it'll,
Yeah, I'm just getting
Fourth
used to this
column,
character
bottom.
sheet.
Yeah.
Fourth column.
Yeah, it's directly under your residence.
Oh, hey,
and then
Crabbo.
as the third option.
Oh, okay. I see.
Oh, we actually have a
oh wow, yeah. So, you guys are very unwoke because you passed all your sanity. The more woke you get, the lower your sanity gets as you figure out what's actually going on.
Right.
I'm gonna call it a woke check.
Oh
No
dear.
nap times for us.
So, yeah, none of you lose any sanity. What do you want? What would you like to do?
What did he mean, an entity?
Eustace is freaking out a little bit, but he's trying to clean the blood off of him,
Okay.
off of himself. He's looking for something that he can use to clean himself and the box
I'm
off.
just gonna offer him a handkerchief.
Yeah.
I'll say
Thank-
Philip
Not even
is trying to
Thank you.
check on Rupert, see if he's actually still alive.
Thank you, sir.
He is alive, but he seems to be in a coma.
I'm
And
going
why?
to leave the room and fetch a nurse.
Okay. What do you
Hand
say?
the handkerchief back.
Yep. What do you say to the nurse?
Please come over here, Rupert. He went on.
Yeah. As you do, Agnes and Rupert
You can see this giant spray of
yeah,
blood.
overhear you. Bertrand comes up to you. He's like, "What have you done to my father? I swear I'll have your head for this."
I've
And
done nothing. Hands off.
now let's see, where is this?
I ain't nothing. And can't do a southern. I have to do an Irish.
We can.
This thing. I'm from the south.
Okay, I'm trying to find where the, because he does have. Okay, where did his skills go?
So I'm gonna start saying a prayer for him, doing his final rites.
He's not dead yet.
That thing sucks.
I know.
Okay, so he is going.
Yeah,
Let's
I'd
see.
leave out a hat for tips. I'm kidding.
Nice.
Okay, so yeah, you feel pretty like a bit. You feel a bit antagonized by Dreamer. You feel a bit antagonized by his words, but you also know that you note that he is very clearly a lawyer, and by have your head, he seems to be threatening to bring you to the authorities. But quickly, as the rest of you, nurses begin to flood. Interns and nurses are flooding into the room. The nurse says, "Please, we need to give the family some space, and we need to take care of this man, please." And they're hurrying you out.
Okay. Well,
Reasonable.
I guess we're getting
Yeah.
pushed out of the hospital room. That's fair.
Scooch on out of there.
Yeah.
Be able to get the box?
Yeah, I've got it in
Yep.
my hand still.
All
And I guess, yeah,
good,
now
good.
that we're all out in the hallway, I say, well, that was quite something. I was not expecting any of that. What do you make of that?
I don't know.
If
Sounds
any of
like
you
we
had
need
wanted,
something dealt with.
if any of you had wanted to, you
Sorry,
could
what'd
have.
you say?
Yeah, if any of you had wanted to, I would have let you do a medicine roll to see if you could figure out what was going on.
Me.
My medicine is terrible. It's base,
Yeah.
which means 30, which means I probably should have tried it.
Oh, base is 30?
Base is 30.
For first aid, I think medicine is...
1.
Well, that's
Yeah.
first aid.
One.
Medicine is 5. Yeah, so no, I have nothing in medicine. Sorry,
so
I'm
mine is
thinking
1.
wrong.
Yeah.
I might not
Same,
have gone
mine's
through
1
it.
too.
No, it is just
Bases.
1, not 5. I'm also just stupid.
Oh,
But,
shoot.
yeah, if any of you had taken that, I would have let... I mean, technically you could still roll it, and on a critical success you would...
You would know.
Well, not necessarily, it just means you would succeed.
No, I know. I'm just
Yeah,
just
but
kidding.
anyways.
I know.
Uh,
Well, should I open the box now? Well, I mean, what are we doing?
Well, the
Is
old
the
chap
weasel
did
lawyer
seem
still accosting
dearly...
me?
no, he's gone into the room with his father.
Okay, awesome.
I don't know if you guys noticed the roll that he made. Bertrand, specifically.
Yeah, that's
Can you-
50 versus 75.
Do you see the skill name?
Antagonize others, regular.
Yeah, regular success. But
Bertrand Merriweather.
apparently he has
Yeah.
a skill specifically called Antagonize Others.
That is
Awesome.
hilarious.
And yes,
What
that
were you
is...
saying, Ogden, though? Thought you were saying something when I asked if I should open the box.
What's in the box?
Yes. The old chap dearly wished that we would take care of his mess.
Well,
I think it was only right to at least check it out.
yeah, I guess, yeah. That sounds like a great idea. I open the box.
Okay, so... Do you guys want to leave the hospital and go somewhere else, or do you want to open it, like, while you're still in the hospital?
I think. I mean, are we just standing in the hallway, or do we want to go somewhere?
Join
Figured
us
we
for
were
a
just-
cup. Go to the local diner.
Yeah. Yeah, you can do that.
It's a little bit less busy.
Yeah, I could go for a cup of coffee.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so...
Sure.
you guys go into...
I have a vehicle.
Yeah, there's a quaint little place that you guys can find nearby. It's, got a nice view of downtown Arkham and the main campus of Miskatonic. You notice there's a lot of college students in there. Poring over their books, studying for finals.
Yeah, so I guess we sit down at like a corner booth, the darkest corner booth that we can find, Lord of the Rings style.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, you find something, and a waitress comes by to take your order. Brings you, some kind of like coffee creamer and all that.
Cool.
But you open the
I
box.
set the box down in the middle of the table,
Okay.
and I open it up
Inside.
so that the lid is like blocking the view from the out. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm opening it up so that the lid is like blocking the view from
Yeah,
anybody else in the cafe.
Okay, so you find inside is a recently written letter, a yellowed envelope, and a small sarcophagus-shaped gold box of ancient design, and a slim journal bound in leather.
As soon as Eustace sees that ancient box, his eyes light up.
So, are you wanting to examine the sarcophagus-shaped box?
Yeah, I think I would like to do that.
Okay, so, someone can make me a history or archaeology roll, because,
I got history,
yep.
and I failed.
Do you want to push that?
What is the how
Yep.
is the push work in this again?
Basically, you have to figure out a way that you are kind of trying harder, like upping the stakes sort of thing. Like, basically, like, for example, if you, let me grab, let's see.
Okay, so I guess to roleplay it, while Eustace is looking at this little sarcophagus-shaped box thingy,
Yeah, so, like,
he's
for
looking kind of confused, and then he pulls out a little notebook from inside of his jacket and starts, like, going through it furiously till he lands on the correct page.
Yeah,
And he's
examples.
like, snaps his finger.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, some examples from the book are like taking more time to examine, conducting further research, consulting another expert, hiring assistants, taking months, and at a huge cost. But you can now make a, you can re-roll.
Ooh. Oh.
You succeed. You are able to identify, and these are particularly familiar to you because they have, you've seen them before. You identify the hieroglyphs decorating the outside of the box as Egyptian, specifically of the Middle Kingdom, although those carved on the inside of the lid, if you look, well, I guess, do you guys, do you open the sarcophagus-shaped box? Which, by the way, I can now show you.
Yeah, definitely. Eustace is looking all through this thing for sure.
Okay, so you find... Yeah, so
it's definitely bigger than I was expecting it to be, but that's cool.
Yeah, you find that the lid comes off easily, but there's nothing inside. But as you notice, the hieroglyphs on the outside are Egyptian of the Middle Kingdom. Those carved on the inside of the lid are distinctly different and are definitely not Egyptian. Does
I don't
anybody
recognize them, do I?
No. Unless you can make an occult roll. Someone make me you or someone else who sees them can make me an occult roll.
No, I'll flip open the lid and be like, I have never seen carvings like this. Do any of you recognize these?
I'll
Alice
take
is
a...
good. Oh, do you want to go?
Alice can go first.
All
Alice is
of
gonna
you can go.
kind of snake her way in between whoever's sitting next to you and stare intently at it.
They smell quite nice.
She pays you no attention. Alright, how do I roll this?
Just roll occult. Just click occult.
Under your skills.
Yeah, they're in alphabetical order, which is nice.
He's super nice.
Ooh, that is a fumble. Or actually, no, it is not, because you have a skill of over 50. Do you want to push that?
Yeah, I'll try.
Okay, what are you going to try and do differently? You could take more time, you can conduct further research, consult another expert.
Alright, I'm gonna consult the priest since he seemed very interested.
Father Martin.
Yeah, Father Martin.
Okay.
The priest.
Perhaps my training from the Vatican will give us the answers we need.
Okay.
69.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah, so Alice, you can re-roll since you were pushing.
Okay.
Oof.
Shoot.
Can't
So,
Oh boy.
you
A roll did better too.
you actually get a, you actually do get the information, but at a cost.
Ooh.
So, you
Ooh.
suddenly realize what these are. These are writings that you know, you've never seen them, but you know what they are because you know that they've been attributed, something described exactly like this by occultists to the lost Pacific continent of Mu, where you realize as you read them, something enters your mind. It seems like you see the first human beings on this Pacific continent in the south. You see this bizarre Well, let's see. Let me grab a... You see this bizarre multi-mouth thing with tendrils, and you hear the name in your head. Gatanothoa. Gatanothoa. Roll me 1d6.
So is it moo like mother, like M for mother, or is it
M-
new like
MU.
M for new?
MU. Okay, so
cool.
Alice, you lose 1 sanity.
Oh shit.
Lucius, you failed and you didn't push the thing, so you do not get this. But also, Alice, roll me 1d10, or actually roll me another d6.
How do I edit my sanity?
Oh, you just go into edit mode.
Edit mode, and then just
Yeah, edit the
There is
left
edit
number.
mode in-
Yeah, top right.
Yes.
Yeah, and then just
There is
You can
also...
also click on settings, and under controls, there's toggles for toggling.
Yes, I was about to say that. Thank you.
yeah. So, yeah, you lose 1 sanity for that. But I will let you increase your Cthulhu Mythos skill by 1.
cool.
I'm gonna notice that something's happened to her. And it's wrong, child. Look as if seen something.
She's speechless.
My thing's acting up. I'm just trying to get.
No, I know.
I was
I'm
the one
I'm
sitting
fucking
next
you.
to him, so I'm going to sort of elbow her in the rib cage. Hey, you okay there?
Yep. I can edit your sanity for you if you want.
Okay.
Yeah, let me... So you're now at 49 out of 50. And then you have a Cthulhu Mythos skill now of 1. Which also means that, yeah, your sanity can never go above 49. Or actually, no, it's a 99 minus your Cthulhu Mythos skill. It's like the maximum possible sanity you can ever get. So, yeah.
So I'm gonna describe what I saw in kind of like a confused, hushed voice.
Yeah.
I saw the first people. I saw some sort of creature. It was called... I forget the name now.
Let me grab it. No, this is,
It was like
I had to look...
Talon or something
Yeah.
like that.
Gatanothoa. I had to look this up because it's
Gatanothoa.
actually not in this book. I had to come up with a consequence for you failing that push to cult roll. So... Yeah.
Tanathoa.
And it looked like nothing from this world.
It was strange. Undescribable.
It's just like writing mad notes down in his notebook.
Yep. So, do any of you...
Can I actually roll Cthulhu Mythos, maybe to understand, or would that be of any value here?
Probably not of any value here because you don't know the language. If you had language other Mew, then that might work.
Okay, that works.
But, I mean, I guess probably the thing that kind of cost you that sanity is you realized that this was not a human... That the language... The hieroglyphs on the inside were not a human language.
Right.
Ah, fancy.
But... Yeah, basically it's described in the book. I will tell you this now just so we don't get on a red herring. Is that, they are... Specifically, it says they are a red herring and not important in this adventure, but they are a potential plot point for a future adventure, so if I ever decide to...
That's cool.
Yeah.
Red herrings are fun.
Yeah. I just had to mention it because
Uh,
I didn't want to have to derail everything. And
Yeah. You
because
aren't running
Yeah.
sandbox campaigns, so
Yeah.
I can't blame you there.
yeah, because I'm just not ready yet for, maybe maybe after we've run like a solid couple of things, But
Yeah.
No
Good
worries.
combat music.
yep, that was I clicked the wrong thing. That would be
We're
funny
in
if I was
attack
like,
already.
yep, you guys, you accidentally summoned a Shoggoth.
Yep, good job.
Okay, so
Good
do you-
job, guys.
Yep, do you look through the rest of the?
Yeah, since the sarcophagus is empty and we already determined what the other two, did we just lose somebody? Did someone just drop
Yeah,
out?
I hit the wrong tab.
Yeah, what else is so there's a recently written letter and then there's a like yellowed
Yeah.
envelope that's sealed, correct?
Isn't
Yes.
there like a leather-bound journal too or something?
Yeah.
Yes, there
Is
is.
that right?
Yes,
Take
there
the
is.
letter if you don't mind.
Yeah, take it.
Okay. Do you want to read it?
Yes, if you don't mind.
Okay. Are you gonna? I'll let you see it, and then you can decide if you want to show it to the to the rest of the party.
Cool.
Sure.
I think what makes Call of Cthulhu interesting is that we're like not playing like fighters. We're just normal Joes.
There's-
Yep. Yep. Exactly. And you
Alright.
just got caught in over your head.
Yeah, I love
You
it.
could even call us working Joes.
True.
Ah.
I was about to say that.
Yes, I love it.
Yep. So, do you want to share this with the other players, or?
Reading over it at the sec, I will say though, I will say this aloud. Well, Bertrand's ain't gonna like hearing this.
That man gave me a ill feeling to my stomach.
Almost like he was antagonizing.
Yes, he was quite unpleasant. Very typical for a lawyer.
Indeed.
If he were any finer company, he would have punched me. Okay, listen up, I'll read it here.
Yep. Basically, I'm trying to decide
Do
if I should show it to
notice anyone
players.
standing near the table?
No, nobody seems to
Oh.
be paying you any attention.
Yes, I'm going to say I do read it aloud to the group.
Okay.
So yes, if you would like to show it to them, and do you want me to read it physically?
Yeah. Let me just all player. There we go. Yeah. So, yeah, that would be nice if you.
Awesome.
It's time. It's story time now.
Yeah.
Dear friends, in the years after the nightmarish events of that night in my youth, I've seen many strange things. Only now do I begin to grasp the true reality. Scope what it means. I must wait that or then make amends for my part in an ongoing one to combat the horrors and make amends for my part one to our plane of existence. I have left to offer riches and wealth I have, I will put to good use in dealing with these abominations. It is the very least an old cow can. So, I myself go back to that little farmhouse and put those events to rights. I too gravely feared that which my friends and I loosed in this countryside. Nothing of consequence is yet to take place, but with my death I fear the bonds will be broken and the horror freed to come and go as it pleases. Lives have not been taken already. Lives not yet taken already weigh heavy on my conscience. Method of delivering the thing out of this world is still in that accursed house. Translations made by Marion from the book
yeah.
Mysterious. I'm
Yeah.
gonna say in character. I'm actually struggling. And do
Yeah.
any of you guys know Latin?
Funnily enough.
Actually, I think there is somebody among one of us that does know Latin.
I was never strong enough to take on the task, but I have the hope that you are, in ridding the world of this. Perhaps you will save my soul from hell, for I fear that my death will not have been enough to release me from this heavy burden. I do not expect your forgiveness for what I have to ask you. Rupert Merriweather.
Yep. And those of you who...
Vermis mystery.
It's... Let me see. If someone wants to look it up, because I don't know off the top of my head.
Okay, yeah, no worries.
Let me,
no worries. Here, I'll look it up.
Yeah, let me,
Mysteries of the Worm.
Fictional grimoire created by Robert Bloch and incorporated in H.P. Lovecraft into the lore of the Cthulhu mythos. Yeah, it's just a grimoire of the worm.
yeah,
cool.
So, yeah.
An analog to Lovecraft's Necronomicon.
Ah.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it's not quite as powerful, but yeah, the only thing left is the Slim Journal. Well, actually, and the envelope.
Sealed letter.
Yeah. Yeah, so you've got... Yeah, right now you just have the yellowed envelope and the Slim Journal that you have not looked at.
I'll open the envelope.
Okay. Inside you find the deed and a key concerning a farm property on Boone Road near Ross's Corners, which is a village just west of Arkham.
I show it to the rest of the group. Does that mean we own this farm now? Question mark?
Somebody roll me law.
Actually, I do believe... Where is it?
Towards the bottom of the left column.
Well, I don't know. I'd have to speak with my lawyer.
I will let all of you roll it just in case one of you happens to get it.
No, I didn't think I was gonna get it.
No, I don't expect any of you to get it, but I think it will be very funny if one of you does. Or if one of you fumbles.
What happens if you fumble a law roll?
That is a good question. I would say that you...
Make up a fake law.
Either that, or you somehow break a law while you're trying to figure it out.
Was it deed that he left?
It was a
deed.
Do I have
and
a
a key.
haunted house to sell you?
And a key, yeah.
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay, so...
Nope.
Okay, who,
So
Cheese, you want to try? Just for the
you're
funnies
the
of
last
it?
one to hit law.
Yeah.
I've been consistently getting lower with the rolls, so
Yeah.
we'll get there eventually.
Yeah. Does
Maybe
anybody
she's
want
okay.
to push their roll?
Nah.
No. Well, actually, I'm not.
It would be very funny if you
Yeah.
did.
Sitting there saying, would
Just
be
do it for
like
funsies.
characters care about.
Yeah.
Oh, damn! You could
Nice.
spend 6 luck to get... You could spend 6 luck to make that a success. If you wanted to.
Holy shit. I mean, I think go in character and do what your character would do.
That's funny.
That is hilarious.
I do believe he has passed it on to us.
Okay, so... Are you spending luck or not?
Say,
Okay, so you're not spending luck.
no.
Okay. So...
He's just saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you guys find that, and there's just the one last thing.
The journal.
Yeah. Do you guys look in the journal?
Yeah, I wanted to look at the journal.
Okay. So, it's bound in plain leather, and it's held together by cords. So, this journal is obviously handmade. You note that its entries date from June 1876 to May 1881. The ink has faded with age, but that does not mean that you're going to need to do a language roll to understand it. But, it's going to take you some time to read, because there's a lot. So, I will share with you the first page. Unless do you want to share this with everybody at the table, or basically I'm trying to decide if I should show it, if I should click show to everyone or not.
Yeah, just show it to everyone. I don't think I
Okay.
would try to conceal anything.
Yeah. Who wants to read for the class?
Not I, said the priest.
I'll do it.
Okay.
All right. February 27th, 1877. Marion Allen has acquired an artifact, purportedly Egyptian. It appears to be a small sarcophagus of gold. Inside is a large piece of amber, which entraps a specimen of some unknown species of arthropod. Allen is very excited as the box corresponds to a description he found in an ordinary reference volume in the university's Orne library. Allen says that in another Dave
Yep.
on how it's pronounced, is explanation of the powers of the box. The text says the small animal trapped in the amber is actually the host to a bound jinn, a guide to the spirit world. Allen says the tome mentions that originally there were 4 such pieces of amber contained in the box. There's no mention what happened to the other 3. We are agreed, and a date has been set to conduct a ceremony intended to summon the jinn, which Allen assures us will be friendly. We have chosen the night of Saturday, 18th March, the night before the new moon. I love that. Allen assures us it'll be friendly.
Okay. So do you flip the page?
Yep.
Okay.
They intended to summon a demonic entity.
Yeah, quite literally, but that's
Yep.
that's what those Mohammedans call demons, don't they?
Someone make me a
Believe.
I think a jinn is like a Sanskrit word for like a evil spirit.
yeah. Yeah.
Something like that.
So, who wants to continue reading? Or
I'll continue.
okay.
Unless somebody else wants to. All right. March 19th, 1877. We began the ceremony as Allen instructed, according to that described in De Vermees Mysteries. A fire is set in the fireplace and a pentagram chalked on the floor, marked with appropriate symbols and illuminated by 2 black tapers placed near the center. And Eustace looks up, you say, "Sigil of the devil?" He goes back. Flanking the piece of amber with its entrapped spirit, the others sit in a circle while I, the designated watcher who guards from malevolent spirits, sit in the corner of the room.
Oh no, the cuck chair.
At least I get the comfort of a chair. Sorry?
I was saying, oh no, the cuck chair.
You cut out.
We'll have to repeat that. You keep
Yep.
cutting out.
I said, oh no, not the cuck chair.
Like the tuck chair that's in every hotel room.
Yeah.
Pointing directly at the bed.
Yep,
Shit.
except in this
Anyway.
case it's pointing directly at a occult ritual.
Pentagram. Yeah. While the others look forward to the sitting on the floor for hours. Nice. You get to sit in a chair. Everybody else got to sit on the cold floor. Allen throws a handful of powder in the fire, producing an evil-smelling smoke and dampening the flames, which now burn a sputtering green and brown. Those seated on the floor begin the Latin chant Allen has transcribed from his book. After nearly 2 hours, I see a trail of smoke circling up from the piece of amber. Its surface seems to be bubbling and melting. Can this be? Have we finally achieved success? I can see a form.
Jurassic Parking it.
Hell yes.
Yep. This is...
March 20th, 1877. We have finished with our plans and have sworn a pact never to speak of night. We have satisfactorily explained the death of poor Robert and in some manner the madness of Harold. Nice. Two of the dudes, one died and one went crazy. The sheriff accepts the explanation of a carriage accident. We planned it well. Robert's neck was broken in all. We told. Hale took his head on a rock, the whole leg broke, and the throat. Would it be that it was only that? For the rest of us, we will be forever changed by what we experienced last night. I will write down the true events so they are not lost completely. The thing formed in the center of the pentagram, shapeless and nearly invisible. Its terrible voice should have given us a clue, but we were so foolish. It spoke then. Alan cast that damn powder on the gin. The dust of Ibn Ghazi, he calls it. And that's when we could all see it clearly. Words cannot adequately describe the faceless thing with 1,000 maws. It roiled and bubbled, never fully revealing itself at any one time. So terrifying was its aspect that I was frozen in place, my pen falling from my nerveless fingers. Cecil and Alan seemed as lifeless as myself, while a short, sharp cry issued from Crawford's mouth. Robert, however, rose to his feet, and before anyone could stop him, stepped forward as though to embrace our horrible guest.
You flip the page?
Yes. With its arms...
You just hear Philip snicker a bit.
With its arms, or those appendages that seemed most like arms, it took a hold of poor Robert and twisted his head around as though he was a doll. The lifeless corpse was then thrown back in Harold's lap, and that's when he began that damnable shrieking. The shrieking that hasn't stopped since, even after we handed him over to the sheriff's men. He still had a chance, apparently. Alan now believes that if we had kept our wits, we could have reversed the summoning and forced the creature back to wherever it came from. But Crawford panicked, and mistakenly believing that it would dispel the creature, reached forward and destroyed part of the pentagram, breaking the seal and ending its effectiveness. Released from that binding symbol, the thing, with a screech that could only have been unholy satisfaction, was ejected from the house, disappearing out the window as a roaring, screaming wind of boiling colors. March 24th, 1877. Alan intends to leave Arkham and travel to find a solution to the crisis. He said that he intends to seek out occult scholars in New Orleans. I pray he is successful, but my hopes are not high at this point. He insisted that I be custodian of the gold sarcophagus and not show it to anyone. What's even more odd is that he instructed me not visit or even live in Boston. I can only guess as to why, as he will not tell me his reasoning. Apart from his insistence that it is for my own safety. Marion still thinks that the thing could yet be destroyed, or at least dispelled. But none of us remain have the stomach for such an undertaking. I hope he can find a way to safely banish it without another of us falling to its malevolent grip. Is that the last page?
Nope, there's 2 more.
2 more? Okay,
yeah.
Cool. At this point, Eustace is like sweating. He's like cold sweat. You guys can tell like he is terrified of what he's reading to you guys. March 26th.
A few old fairy tales.
March 26, 1877. If you said that, did you say that in character out loud?
Yes.
Eustace looks at you, and he doesn't say anything. He just looks at you, and then goes back to the book.
Okay.
Yeah, I just give you a very stern look, like the principal at school, and you
Yeah, exactly.
pissed in somebody's locker.
Yep.
March 26, 1877. We now believe that the spell we cast to summon it inextricably bound the thing to the house. Alan went back this morning to retrieve some of our belongings and store our ritual accoutrement. He says that he heard it bumping around in the attic over his head, cursing him all the while. He said it also told him that it only has to wait us out. When we who were present are all dead, it will roam the earth freely, slaughtering and feasting. Thankfully, the warding signs carved by Alan during better times that seem so long ago now, apparently are effective in barring entry except into the attic of the farmhouse. I might be able to sleep a few hours tonight knowing it is bound to the attic and cannot harm anyone else. I am hopeful for the time since we stupidly released it from the amber. If I told him the truth, then we have time to seek the answer. God be with you in your search, my friend.
One last page. At least of relevant stuff. There's like...
Right. October 14th, 1877. I just discovered that Marion Allen is dead, and has been dead for some months now. He was murdered in New Orleans this past August. I suspect that he spoke to the wrong sort of people about the things he has seen, and they killed him. The newspaper mentions the sarcophagus, so they may have been after the gold. That is 3 of us gone now. I must do something. I've already began ancient trees at university. Believe I to research the problem that meant. Perhaps I will uncover an ancient secret of how to rid our world of that beast in our own way. My own way, sorry. Okay. Same day. Oh no. It's the same number day, but it's August 14th, 1877. That's
You
crazy.
see it's tacked on. It seems to be a newspaper clipping tacked on there with tape.
Clipping. Yep, I see the picture. Yep, sorry. Okay. Cool. So, August 14th, 1877, brutal murder at Docks, New Orleans. The body of Mr. Marion Allen, late of Arkham, Massachusetts, was discovered early this morning near the Gulf and Panama docks. A victim of foul play, the man was identified by local witnesses who said that Mr. Allen had been seen in the locale the evening before. Although robbery was the apparent motive, police report that the had gruesome marks carved into his forehead and his tongue had been cut out. Mr. Allen had reportedly gone to the police earlier this week, claiming that he was being followed and that he feared for his life. He said his shadowy pursuers were after an Egyptian artifact, which he no longer possessed. And then there's a series of names. Robert Mencken, March 1877. Harold Copley, August 1877. Marion Allen, August 1887. Wait, shouldn't it be 1877?
It should be... I believe I miswrote. It should be 1887.
Nope, you didn't miswrite it. It's actually 1887 in the the handwriting.
But on the picture, on the picture, okay. So the news clipping says 1887, but then I was reading. Yeah, okay, there you go. Yep, that's what it was.
Yeah,
okay,
the
changed it.
Says it.
He changed it in the description. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
thank you. So Marion Allen, August 1887. Crawford Harris, January 1910. Cecil Jones, March 1919. Rupert Merriweather, no date.
yeah. So each of those seems to be...
one.
Yeah, so it seems that whatever happened, all of those final, like, the dates were all written in various inks, but you can tell, you recognize Rupert's handwriting.
It's the same handwriting, yeah.
So it seems like this is
Like
where he
he
was...
said, he's the only one left.
So,
Why did he write their names out in different colors, though?
I mean, to be fair, they were written years apart.
True.
So-
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just different pens. Makes sense. Yes, it does seem indeed that he is the last one of the group. That means at any moment this thing could be released. And if you think that Rupert was writing about fairy... I'm looking at, gosh darn it, what's your character's name, Dreamer? Yeah, Philip. I'm looking at Philip when I'm saying this part. I say, if you think that these are just mere fairy tales that Rupert writes in this journal, I don't know what to say about you.
And that sort of stuff hard to believe. With part of the society because my father was. It seemed to help him much, and his accounting job drove him mad.
So,
Well, now, as someone who has had much experience with numbers, they tend to drive anyone mad.
My point exactly.
But I've also seen some very inexplicable things in the woods. Things that normal society cannot explain. So there might be some truth.
so
These words are true. Then
I'll wait and see it. Sorry, jeez. You were
things are
saying?
far worse than I have feared. A
The
jinn
creature they describe.
is a demonic entity.
And the creature he describes is the one I saw in my mind.
it may have been. You're not sure. But it definitely calls to mind.
Will wreak havoc on our world.
So what do you guys want to do? You have a bunch of different
Let's say we
clues
try
that
the
you can use.
simplest thing.
Okay.
Go to the house and shoot it.
I'm gonna suggest we go to the house and try to make sure that the sigils that were put up are in
Still
working
up.
order.
Yeah.
They need to be repainted or refit.
Okay.
Less
'Cause-
like
Yeah, you have other avenues of research if you wanted to. But yeah, you can go straight to the house.
What would the other avenues of like what?
I mean,
You could study the hieroglyphs. You could find out more about his death. You might find because like Miskatonic's University,
Can we-
Orm Library is open in the evenings during the week for the public. And
I would like to go to the library and maybe try and find a copy of that book, that Latin book, if possible.
Mysteries.
Yes.
If you really need it, I'll talk
Yep.
with some guys.
yeah, I'll tell you that you are
good
unable
idea,
to
so I can
find.
translate it.
Yeah, you're unable to find the You're not unable to find a copy of De Vermius Mysterious, but I will, like. But I will tell you that it is basically like it's a forbidden tome. That is
So you
not.
wouldn't even find it in a fucking.
I mean, you might find it, but it would be under lock and key.
University.
It would be under lock and key.
Okay.
But you can
Okay.
use you could use there, like for example, if you wanted to make an archaeology or language Egyptian hieroglyphs roll, you can make a translation of the carvings found on the outside of the box.
Yeah, Alice is going to study the hieroglyphs that she can read at least.
Okay, so make me an archaeology or language Egyptian hieroglyphs roll. And
He's
if you
doing
want
that.
to, you can consult one of the university's language experts to get help, which will allow you to push the roll if you fail, but also gain a bonus dice.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. And
Okay.
actually my archaeology is higher than my hieroglyphs.
Okay, so
So-
roll me archaeology.
Can I
Oh, you got it.
study did they write down the Latin chant they used to
No,
start
but
their
you.
ritual?
They did not, but you note that in the journal he specifically says that the documents, they have it written down somewhere, like in some like piece of paper or something in the house. So
Okay, so I can't translate that here, but later.
no, but okay, roll me 1d4. Okay, it takes you 3 days pouring through dictionaries to to translate it, but I will give it to you. Do you want to share it to the other players? So should I show it to all the players, or do you want to look at it your first?
Let's share it with everyone.
Okay. There we go.
Seeker of wisdom, servant, son of Yuga Yoag Setheth, deliverer of the people, slaves of the water, bearer of the spirits of Naloth Hotep, child of Thoth, seeker of wisdom. This is what it said on the outside.
Yeah. Does anybody else want to be looking into anything else for those 3 days?
Would I be able to get any leads on that book if I were to ask around at specifically at the society?
De Vermius Mysterious?
Yes.
You can ask around. You'll have to do one of those social skill rolls, whether it's I'm gonna say fast talk wouldn't work, neither would intimidate, so it would have to be charm or persuade. And
yeah, I would think that would make sense.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be I'm gonna say a hard success.
Yeah. Persuade, where is it? There it is.
Well, during the 3 days, I think Eustace would like to research gens.
Okay. What you are able to find is that, well, make me a library use roll. Philip,
Hell yeah, let's go.
when you mention it, people don't seem to know what you're talking about, but...
Yep.
Yeah, so Eustace, what you find is mostly just, like, kind of gobbledygook, but you do find a couple of things.
I think I would probably be looking with Eustace at this to figure out how we can stop this thing.
So you find that apparently these things are they often manifest invisible and require some sort of special power to basically get
To be able to see them.
to be able to see them. But you also note they seem to be able to become corporeal and incorporeal at will. But
What was that powder dude was throwing on him?
he called it
I'm trying to...
the powder of Ibn Ghazi.
Ibn Ghazi, that's right.
But-
Ibn Ghazi.
Yeah, I will say that
Yeah, Eustace has written into his journal Ibn Ghazi real big, circled it, and then wrote special powder need to see Jin.
okay, I would, by the way, allow somebody to if somebody wanted to try and find, it would be a hard library use roll. Or actually, yeah, it would be a hard library use roll to find a copy of De Vermius Mysterious.
I'll do it.
Okay.
So I gotta click hard up at the top
Yeah.
where it says roll options, correct?
Yes, exactly. So
Okay,
you'll have to
cool.
get a 35 or less.
Alright, let's see.
I could try as well.
You get an extreme. Okay, you find a copy of De Vermius Mysterious. You note it is.
I'm a library fool.
Yeah, you are somehow able to convince one of the professors of the occult. You probably invoke your connection to Rupert Merriweather, and he tells you, "Be careful. There are things in here that man was not meant to know." And he leads you into the restricted section, into a kind of cabinet that is basically kept. He unlocks 3 locks and then undoes a bolt and slides it open. He's wearing like leather gloves as he carefully slides this one out.
It's an old book.
Yeah, it looks at least almost at least almost 400 years old.
Jeez.
And it's in black letter folio. Is anybody else with you?
Yeah, I think Cheese has been with me. Father Martin has been with me this
You
whole time.
Yep. Martin, you recognize this as a forbidden text. Something that was historically suppressed by the church.
Nice, that's cool.
So,
It does not belong in the hands of us mortals.
do you want to study the book?
Oof.
We should tread lightly. Should we open this book and read its contents?
Yes, but Father, there might be something in here that could help us.
Just be very careful.
Indeed, I will.
Okay.
I will try.
Reciting words from this text.
Yeah, I'd like to open it up.
Okay. So, you're doing
Yeah, I'm like, not only do I open it up, but I put I put my right hand into my jacket, like lower pocket, and you can like tell that I'm clenching something hard in my pocket.
So, it is in Latin. Do you have the skill? Do you have skill in Latin?
I look at Father Martin, I go, I don't understand a dang word in this book. I only know one language, and I'm barely any good at that either, so.
Do you want to push that?
Yeah, can I add luck to that, or do we...
Oh yeah, you can spend luck to do that.
Nice.
I need to spend 6 luck. Right, yeah.
Yeah, so reduce your luck by 6.
Right, there we go. Alright. I got it.
Okay. So, roll me... Because as you translate this, you are learning more and more about the mythos.
Becoming more woke.
Yeah, you are becoming dangerously more woke. Roll me 2d6. You lose 8 sanity.
That's rough.
Roll
It
me...
gains the points in the Cthulhu mythos,
Yes,
right?
you gain
Or-
4
okay.
for your initial reading.
Nice. It's almost kind of it's almost kind of like a balancing act of wanting to get a little bit of the Cthulhu mythos without losing all of your sanity. I like that.
Indeed. So, it is exactly that, actually. Let me see.
Even reading these words leaves me
Yeah,
feeling...
roll me an intelligence roll. Roll me intelligence, Father Martin. Okay.
Oh,
You
that's-
do not suffer a bout of madness because you are able to suppress it. You just think, you don't think any of it. You're just like,
Maybe you've seen some scary shit in your
Yeah.
studies.
yeah, you're
before,
just
so
able
it's
to.
kind of
But
nothing
you
new.
do find a spell.
Ooh.
There's an incantation here.
It
They
is called the Ashen Cowl.
That's fucking awesome.
It costs 16 magic points and 1d6 sanity points to cast over the course of a week. You note that it requires a ritual liquid that must be poured over a corpse or into the grave where a corpse lies.
So do I just write ritual liquid?
You don't have it. But, like,
Oh.
I would say it would be a mix.
Oh, I thought I was learning it.
Yeah, you're gonna learn the it's gonna take, it's gonna take really hard to come by, type of liquor, as well as human blood, fresh human blood.
No, what I mean is to fill it in. Do I just write
under
other costs? Do I write ritual liquid?
Yeah, just write ritual liquid, parentheses, human blood, and I'm gonna say you know what? I'm gonna say whiskey. It's not gonna be, like, the part that's gonna be difficult to obtain is the fresh blood. But, yeah, the corpse is left to mature. At the end of 1 week, the caster can approach the grave and intone the binding ritual. At the end of the half-hour chant, the corpse claws its way from the grave, and thereafter performs the caster's will. It will perform mundane and simple tasks, such as guard this, fetch that, or kill him. But a zombie created in this manner, a raised dead, continues to rot after it has risen.
Nice.
You say 1 week is the casting?
Yeah, so basically you would pour the ritual liquid over a corpse or into the grave where a corpse lies, and then after a week you would intone the binding ritual, which would take half an hour, and then the dead rise and...
What's it called again?
It is called the Ashen Cowl.
It's like you're growing a zombie.
You're defiling a corpse. Yeah.
How much magic does it cost? You said?
16 magic points and 1d6 sanity points.
Well, I only have 15 magic points,
So it would cost you all of your magic points plus 1 health. Because once you can cast things that have more that cost more magic points than you have. It's just that the remainder is taken out of health.
Congratulations, Father. You're a necromancer.
All right, I have an idea.
I mean, I could have given you a contact I could have given you like a contact deity spell, but
Oh, this one's cool.
yeah, I felt like none of the call deity spells would be right for this scenario.
Yeah.
No. Unless we were going to ask one of them, hey, can you deal with this problem for us? To which their answer would be a resounding, no, thank you for telling me where there's resources to help destroy the humanity.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, they would just,
So it becomes Lazarus.
it depends on whether or not you, decide to...
Utilize.
Yep.
I've acquired some unholy knowledge.
Knowledge meant to be unknown. This
Yep,
book
and
is more dangerous than we thought.
Yep, and you may learn more if you were to study this book over the course of time. But, like, you might be able to learn more spells from it. But the study time for a full study is 48 weeks.
I'll see you guys in, a year.
But,
That's cool, though.
yeah. So what...
So do we get access to that book forever now, or is it
Basic...
that's kept at the library? And
It's kept at the library. You would have to, like... You'd have to check it out. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, we used the photocopier.
What? Funny you mentioned that. Ogden is quite adept at photography.
Yep. Though you have a feeling that something that because this was written before the printing press, you have a feeling that it might be a little bit fragile.
Yeah.
If you brought the slightest pinch of flash powder into that room, they would shoot you.
Oh,
Yeah.
1920 says self-contained cameras.
They did.
Yeah, Kodak was
Well, actually, this-
advertising self-contained cameras in 1900.
Well, that's neat.
Yep. So. Yeah, you would probably learn more, but you have just lost 8 sanity. So. If you lost.
Maybe we put it down for the time being and stop reading it from
Yeah.
now.
Oh yeah, did you read it out loud? Like the translation?
No.
Okay, because I was gonna say, then that would mean that Eustace would have to lose 2d6 sanity as well.
Sir, I appreciate
I
you
know
for
there
not
isn't
reading that.
that.
I appreciate you for not reading that out loud.
Yeah. Is anybody else
I'm
doing?
sorry that you're suffering.
Yep. Is anybody else doing anything with this, or like with this time?
I
So
think
in
Ogden is going to be trying to find the best route to get from Arkham to this house.
Oh yeah, it's not difficult. You just have to basically drive. Like the main road will take you west into the village, and then you kind of stop from there. So, is anybody going to try and look at? Anybody going to try and find out more about Mary and Alan?
yeah, that would be probably a good
I
thing
think
to
Ogden
research.
will probably be asking around town while he's asking for directions.
Okay, yeah. They tell you that you might be able to find newspaper records and the like at the Orne Library at Miskatonic, because they usually keep very, very thorough records of newspapers and everything. Yep, they keep records of all the clippings.
Yeah, I guess since Ogden's looking at the tongue, I guess I could start researching into Mary and Alan, unless somebody else wants to.
How many days has it been? Because I think I would have been 3
Oh.
days doing the hieroglyphs.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is basically all of you doing this at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then I'm occupied.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll go to the newspaper.
Ogden will take a whirl at the library.
Okay, so
Alright, cool.
who wants to make me that library use?
And I chat with the librarians and see if they can get me stuff on it.
Yeah, just make a social skill roll. Whether you choose what I'm gonna say, probably not fast talk because fast talk is
Persuade.
fast talk is specifically for if you're trying to like basically pull a fast
Roll
one.
one over on you.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and find some elderly lady librarian and butter her up.
Okay.
Nice.
Critical
What
success.
month is it?
It is
Oh,
April.
And that's a hard critical success.
Yep, that is a critical. Yep, that is a critical success. So I'm going to say that she seems smitten with you, and she would basically do practically anything you wanted.
Charmer.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say permanently will have this new contact at Miskatonic, at the library. You can put
Ooh, what's her name?
Uh,
What's her name and why is it Betty?
it's
Bertha
Betty Butts. Yeah, there you go. It's Betty Berthides.
Betty Burfides.
Yeah, her father is a farmer. He grows,
He goes nuts.
Yes. She says, yeah, how did you know? Have you heard of Perfidy's nuts?
Perfidy's nuts. That's not right.
Okay.
Fucking crying. Oh, sorry.
I mean, you basically, you forced my hand.
Oh, shoot.
I put her in significant people.
Okay. So, yeah, you never know, because in future campaigns you might need to do research in library use, and I will say that you will, if you're doing it at the Orn Library, you will get a bonus dice, like, anytime you're using that library. So
dope.
just know that there may be penalties if this person ever comes into harm's way, because she's now an important person. But, anyways... She brings you several things. You get a set of reports from the New Orleans Police Department, as well as a coroner's report. If you want to read those out loud.
From Corman Howard, police officer. Entered Tuesday, August 14th, 1877. I was on my assigned route through the docks and warehouse quarters nearing the Gulf Panama docks at 5:47 a.m. when I saw a sign of a person lying around some shipping crates. I first thought that it was a vagrant asleep. As I moved closer to rouse the subject, I then saw the bloodstain. On closer inspection, the victim was dead. He was lying on his back, arms splayed. His chest was opened up, with full contents visible. Ribs opened. The head was thrown back, the mouth open. Since there was obviously nothing I could do to help the victim, I hurried to the nearest adjacent B where I knew I would find Officer Wood. I told him what I found and instructed him to get assistance. I then would go back to secure this crime scene. When I got back, some dock workers had gathered around, and one was endeavoring to go through the victim's pockets. I stopped him.
What a jackass. Sorry.
I mean, yeah.
Hey,
I
look, a
stopped
dead
him and
body.
had the men
I'm gonna
with the body.
This is what we're talking about.
I know.
I then inspected the man to make sure nothing was taken. At this time, it was light enough to see details more clearly. I saw the marks on the victim's forehead. It was symbols of unknown origins carved into his skin, as if made with a sharp penknife or similar weapon. I found I cannot read that.
Tarpaulin?
Tarpaulin, yeah.
Tarpaulin?
Yep.
I'm not sure what a tarpaulin is.
It's a tarp. That's just the full... I hope you
I
guys
did not know
appreciated
that.
my drawing of Mary and Ellen.
Yeah, your drawing's perfect.
I was going to draw him with his tongue sticking out, but then I remembered that his tongue was taken out.
Yeah.
True.
I found a tarpaulin nearby, in which I carefully laid across the victim until the detectives could arrive on the scene.
Okay.
Statement from Warren Harold, detective. Enter Tuesday.
Oh yeah, this should all be 1887. Or actually, you know what? It doesn't matter.
We'll just say it's a clerical error.
Yeah.
I was assigned to the case and immediately went to the scene to gather information. Officer Corman was present, keeping the dock workers back from the scene. He informed me that while he was getting assistance, one of the workers had rifled through the victim's pocket. He He said that he searched the man, but it appeared that no items were stolen. I found the victim's wallet still in his jacket pocket, and I didn't find the man is Morin Marcus Allen of Arkham, Massachusetts. The money found in the wallet is about him. The victim's head had characters carved into it. The bone was visible. The mouth was open, and I could see no sign of his tongue. While looking, which looked to have been severed and removed. The man's ribcage had been torn open, and the organs had been cut or mutilated in some manner. I requested that the medical examiner verify the placement and count of all internal organs. There were some footprints around the body, all on the side facing the opening of the pile crates. There were body and the but not fit with wounds. I surmised that the killing happened somewhere else, and that the body had been placed at the docks afterwards.
Okay.
And then you have the coroner's report.
Yep. Which I will read now. Report by Dr. Wilbur Lawrence. The victim had been killed by a single powerful blade thrust to the bottom of the ribcage, cutting upwards so as to separate the ribs from the breastbone. Hands were used then. Hands were then used to pry the ribcage apart. The tongue was cut out, likely while the victim was dying. There was a symbol of unknown origin carved into the skin of the forehead. The cuts were deep enough so that the symbol was etched into the skull. The liver and heart were missing. Both organs with a sharp blade, although the procedure was crude. Police corroborate that no evidence of the missing organs were found at the scene. Abrasions and bruises up and beaten before death.
Well, that's
Fucking
right,
brutal.
pleasant.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Horrifying.
you now know,
This may
Seems that he met the very wrong crowd.
the
I know it's been 50 years. Y'all really think we should be dealing with this? I mean, what if these guys come after us?
I mean, I understand, but
Then I would relish the challenge of old men running at us.
Rupert was my
I guess you have a point.
Them waving their canes at us as such would be a riot.
Eustace clutches his walking stick.
A real knee slapper. No offense.
None taken. I do not want to fight anyone.
we have the power of the Lord on our side. It is our duty to protect this world from the denizens of hell. If we truly walk the path of the righteous, no one shall stop us.
all right.
Here.
So, what do you want to do next?
I feel I have a duty to help my friend Rupert. I'm terrified. Maybe together we can figure this out.
Rupert was foolish. Now we
I don't-
must undo his deeds.
I don't disagree with that. He was definitely a fool.
Lied to. I guess. But his gullibility, but a form of foolishness.
Yeah.
I don't know this should be forbidden. It only increases our knowledge of the world.
Some things are meant to be unknown. Rebecca.
Yep. So, where are you guys headed?
Probably need to get some supplies, and then drop by the house
Okay.
and burn this thing to the ground. Thing inside of it, not that. No.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, burning the house down would release the devil.
Mayhaps.
We,
Yep.
many of them are buried locally. We try to bring them back from the dead to stop the demon from escaping.
It would depend on how long, on whether or not Rupert Merriweather, how long it, he did not look long for this world. So, to take, and also keep in mind you would have to,
I would say,
you would basically have to kill yourself, because, just for one zombie you're gonna drain all of your magic points, plus you're gonna take 1 point of health damage.
yeah.
So,
My vote is go to the farmhouse.
yeah. Okay.
So
Well-
to go to the farmhouse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, everybody
So-
can note what kind of supplies you're bringing with you if they're not already on your character sheet. Like, you could go to the local hardware store, get, like, flashlights, shovels, rope, stuff like
I
that.
think we should get some. Let's get some torches, flashlights. Is what I mean.
Okay.
And I don't know, do we need blood to make like a sigil to like put up?
As far as you know, the sigils are still intact at the house.
Right, but what they use to make them?
Do
we go down to the butcher shop and get some sheep's blood or something?
It did not say, but it seems that, yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, you guys, with your successful library use roll, you were also able to turn up a copy of the Ordinary Reference Volume mentioned by Marion Allen. It contains a drawing and short description of the small box that you now have. It notes that little is known about the box, but although scholars believe it to have been the possession of the little-known Nofru Ka, a would-be usurper of the Egyptian throne who lived during the 3rd dynasty of ancient Egypt. The box was believed to have been given to Nofru Ka by the gods, and was said to contain jinn that could be called upon to enact some form of service. The book states the golden box was owned by the Parkin B. Anderson, the British noble family. However, it was stolen in 1871 and has not been seen since. You also, because you guys got such great successes, you also turned up a book about the fabled civilization of Mu. A reproduction of sea eroded carvings, purported to be Muvian in origin, closely resembles those found on the inside the lid of the golden box. Though the book offers nothing in the way of translation and the glyphs remain indecipherable.
And we got that Dewey Decimal System locked down.
Hell yeah, I've been in a library a couple times.
Yep, so, you guys, are you guys looking at, are you guys gonna, just note down somewhere what objects you are trying to get, before you head off.
Okay.
I'm going to get a flashlight and yeah, I'm not gonna get animal blood. I don't think we're gonna get it.
No. Yeah, I think.
Ogden's gonna get a sack of salt.
Okay. Yep, just note that in there.
I think flashlight's probably all I'm gonna get for Eustace.
Okay.
I will also get a flashlight because that's probably a good idea.
Okay. So,
Would that be under
And,
possessions?
and spare batteries. I don't know if that really is necessary, but definitely spare batteries.
yeah, we can assume that, unless you were to fail a luck roll at a critical point, then I would make it so that your flashlight goes out.
Cool.
Yeah. Is there anywhere to actually move that?
That's kind of what I guess maybe in possessions. You got a flashlight?
That's where I'm putting everything.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I guess.
Flashlight type. Flashlight.
Yep, just
You guys seem to be taking this pretty seriously, so would y'all like me to buy some like iron boards or something? I think the Nords used those. They, like stuck them next to a river when you're trying to sleep or something like that.
okay. So
Oh,
yep. So are you guys all taking flashlights? I'm just trying to make sure that your tokens have the appropriate properties.
Yes.
Okay.
I do believe so.
Yep.
Yes.
I'm just going to give your tokens the right properties so that you have.
I'm gonna say I actually unironically do bring some improvised iron crosses.
Okay.
That, like, you're supposed to stick into the ground.
Nice.
Yep, that works. Let's see. Okay, Ogden. Did I? No, I did not. Okay, so yeah,
I'm assuming there's a good point to end our session.
once we get to the house, I think will be the perfect point.
That's what I was figuring.
Yep. So
Are we gonna watch the movie another time?
yeah, I think we watched the movie like whenever.
Maybe we meet early next
Yeah.
week.
Yeah,
to
I think
watch
that's
the movie.
yeah, something like that. I think is a good idea. Now let me see.
So I do want to watch Dagon.
Yeah, me too. I
mean, Monday is Memorial Day. Is anybody?
oh, I'm not doing anything aside from a workout. Like, I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, could do Monday.
Yeah.
Heck
Not
yeah,
doing much of
Dagon
anything.
Monday.
Okay, let's
All right.
let me.
Double check.
Okay,
I don't think I have anything going on Monday.
Yep. I'm just gonna make. I forgot to make.
Get it off.
Oh yeah, perfect. Let me.
Maybe eating a birdie.
Yeah, there you
Y'all
go.
bringing a rope. Are any of y'all bringing a rope?
That is a good
I
question.
think Cheese said he had a rope, right? I think he said he had a rope for when he's like doing exorcists.
Ah, okay, that works.
Yep. Okay, let me just.
Yeah, I would like the rope.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I don't know about the powder of Ibn Ghazi, but I do have setting powder in my toiletries. Do you suppose it would work?
There's only one way to find out. Maybe we can find something at the farmhouse that gives us more information on the powder of Ibn Ghazi.
Yeah, you might.
Perhaps the answers we seek will be there.
So then, I'll go get a pound of flour.
Okay. So, okay, that's everybody's tokens set. So, are you guys gonna head off?
Yeah.
Yep, I hop in my car.
Okay. So,
Not as fancy as old Ogden's, but nice.
Okay.
Cream and black.
so
It's convertible.
yeah. So, are you guys trying
Just
to?
me hop in the back.
Okay. Yeah. So,
Nice.
are any of you guys gonna try and talk to the locals of Ross's Corners? Because you are basically passing through there to get to the farmhouse.
Sure. Is there like a gas station?
Yeah. Yeah, you can.
Okay, cool. Let's.
You can
say
also
if we
ask for
pull into
directions.
The gas station.
Okay.
Cool.
Someone. Someone make me. So you go to the because the gas station is also the general store. You go and
Right.
you have to tell them like, oh yeah, like put this much on this pump or whatever. So. Someone.
5 penning farthings on pump 3.
Yeah, exactly. This older, kind of very stereotypical New England woman. Hey, what is it you want? You want on pump 3? Make me,
Yes.
someone make me a psychology roll.
I'll take that one.
Yes, please do so.
Okay.
Nice.
You can tell that this woman has experienced something besides the proverbial Yankee reticence. And if somebody wants to make me a charm or fast talk roll, you might make a good impression, enough to get some information.
The charm or fast talk?
Yep, charm or fast talk.
You cut out. Sorry.
Yep.
Armor
Yep.
fast talk.
Yep.
Yeah,
Just-
I'll roll fast talk.
Okay. You got
Fast enough.
Yep. You got fancy words, stranger, but we don't, you can't park the car in Harvard Yard. Ogden, do you wanna push that?
I will go ahead and push it.
Okay. You're just gonna try and really extra layer,
Wait,
gonna-
so what are we doing? We're trying to press her for...
you're just, seeing if you can
She
get some...
seems weird.
She seems like she's, like, not speaking... Okay. You've offended her. Oh, get out, okay? Get out! All of you! We don't need any more strangers causing trouble around here. There's enough trouble as it is. Get out!
What'd you say, What'd you say, Ogden?
God damn, that's it's always up their own asses.
You oaf. I had her by the palm of my hand.
You wouldn't understand, lady.
She goes in the back and you hear the cocking of a gun.
I could take a stab at it, too.
You could, but I would say you're gonna need a hard success.
Can I roll persuade to see if she calms down first?
Yes, it's gonna be a hard roll,
Persuade her
though.
to calm down.
Ogden's just gonna
Alright, so
Snore
hard
now.
roll, you said.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be a hard, you're gonna need a hard success.
I'm following Ogden out, trying to calm him down.
Nope, but you're not
Yep.
persuade her to calm down.
Yep, so she's loading
like
up
he's
shells
pissed.
into her shotgun. I said get out! Now!
She's really pissed. She's pointing a gun at a priest.
Yeah, it's
Thought
time to
I
leave.
shouldn't have mentioned the damn Yankees.
I'm still sitting in the back of the car and notice y'all coming back. What do y'all do?
The
Look like you're
baseball,
running from
we
someone
gotta
with a
get
gun.
out of here.
Didn't upset that lady. I have no idea what he said. And then the priest made it worse.
Just,
You might have said something about her mother.
no, I said something about the son. And she got all
Oh.
upset.
Yeah.
I see.
Oh,
Yes.
you're just dumb. I have a death wish. Whichever. I'm not sure.
I am loving Philip Campbell. He's so much fun. But anyway, you guys are able to make it down to Boone Road, and you're able to tell by the an old lightning damaged tree that stands just by the roadside. And you see the farmhouse.
This little cottage, let's...
Is-
Oh, I thought of a great angle to play this game in a modern setting.
Oh yeah, we'll be doing that.
Play the crew of a home flipper show.
That would be amazing.
Oh, that would be amazing.
That would be.
Oh my
There is a scenario where you guys play like one of like a Zach Baggins like Ghost Hunters show crew.
And
That would be great too.
Oh,
That'd be
oh
neat.
my god.
I do
You
like-
have to get the
Go ahead. Sorry.
You have the crew of the Ghost Hunter show and the crew of the Home Flipper show up at the same place inexplicably.
That would be amazing.
This is a crossover episode.
Uh-huh.
I like the idea of the home flippers being like, move that bus, and then fucking Cthulhu's behind it.
Alright, where are we supposed to place ourselves? It's all black.
Just place yourselves like around here. Actually, this is a little too combatful. It's dark out. It's very dark, but You and your flashlights are able to make out the cottage.
We can't see anything. Our screen is like completely black like at the beginning of the stream.
Okay, let me
Nothing has been revealed.
or actually let me just
This is super appropriate.
Yeah, this
Even if it is
music's
about, it's about
awesome.
30 years late, but it's still good.
Make me think of like Courage the Cowardly Dog or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is very much more sort of 50s, 60s kind of sci-fi horror kind of stuff.
Roswell, Alien Abduction stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Landmine from outer space.
Yeah.
okay, it should be working. Because all of your tokens should be emitting light.
Nope, still black.
I think it has fog.
I have dynamic lighting,
right.
but it's supposed... I'll turn it off just for now.
We should be able to like see it like a cone from like our character. Like
Yeah.
there should be a little bit of light around our characters
Yeah,
if it's
there we
working
go.
properly.
Yeah,
But
There
like-
it is.
Yeah, I just turned dynamic
Yeah,
lighting
that's,
off. I don't know why it wasn't working,
Oh,
because
that's-
I tested it myself, but...
That stinks. Was it working for you?
Yeah!
That's weird. That's
I'm down
annoying.
to try and get that working next
Yeah.
next week though, because it's really cool.
Yeah,
works
it
really
is.
cool when it's working.
Okay.
Weird that my token doesn't seem to actually have any statistics, which is odd.
Oh yeah, well, we'll deal with it
It's
later.
supposed to have a... It's could be of any value?
Yeah, we're just gonna deal with, anyways, you guys find yourselves... If you guys want, there's a perfect stopping point if I give you guys, if you look around the property.
Yeah, sure.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, someone make me a, do you guys... So, you can look around, further afield. Like, say, in, like, the woods, in the nearby woods.
I think Eustace is gonna go up north towards whatever this thing is over by this tree.
Oh yeah, that is a, that's an old collapsed outhouse.
Okay. And
Yeah.
then he comes back. Oh, that's a broke down shitter.
Yeah,
Nothing,
so...
nothing
Yeah,
cool over
reasonable.
there.
Yeah,
It's really broken if you can still shit on it.
I mean,
Yeah.
anything's a shitter if you fucking make it.
yeah, so,
Go.
Yeah.
let me see.
Okay.
Is anybody exploring the tall grass and weeds around the house?
I'm going to peer into the old well.
It is, the bucket and rope have long rotted away, but you can't see down.
I'm gonna push a little pebble from the side into the well.
Yeah, you can see there's forest litter floating on top of the water, but there's no bucket and no rope. Someone make me a spot hidden.
Yeah, I'm gonna try a spot in the head. At some point. That's not what peering in anyway.
Say while he's doing that, I'm checking out the grass.
Okay, make me a spot hidden.
Where?
Okay.
Alrighty
Well, I
then.
made a big fail.
Yeah,
I will need one
you
of
could
y'all's
spend
properly
50
this.
luck.
50?
Okay, does anybody want to? Does anybody else want to make the spot hiddens?
I'll try.
I will try it.
Oh,
Never mind. Ogden got it.
there you go.
Okay, so which way? Were you looking at the garden or at the or in like the inspecting the weeds?
I would have been looking at the weeds around the house.
Okay, you find a dead raccoon lying in the knee-high grass. Do you want to turn it over?
We're a little trash panda.
Not with my hands. I'll find a stick to.
Yeah,
turn
you
it
can.
over.
Yeah, you can easily find a stick.
I can hand him
okay,
one of the
I'll-
metal rods I got.
Yeah. So
Foot and a half long.
you note that
Got
the animal's chest is stained with clotted blood, and a large hole has been bored into its chest. Someone can make me science, biology, medicine, or natural world.
Ogden's gonna try the natural world.
Okay. Oh, do you want to spend?
Can I take a look at it?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll spend $5.
Okay. Yep. So, okay. So, you determined that the animal's ribs were wrenched apart and that its heart was neatly scooped out. A fox could have done it, but you have an uneasy feeling after noticing the edges of the wound, which are just too smooth to suggest another animal did it.
That looks suspiciously like what happened to that poor chap in New Orleans.
Yep, and if anybody wants to look further afield, like, kind of search the grounds...
Yeah, I think.
Alice is going to go towards the wood line.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll walk there with Alice as well.
So, move a little further, move a little further, move a little further. Okay. So, you find a grisly discovery. About 200 yards from the barn within the trees is the body of a middle-aged woman. Roll me sanity.
Nice, let's go.
Okay, each of you only loses 1 sanity.
You said it's the left number that goes down, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because you're not losing your maximum, you're losing, like, your current.
True, just a point from it. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Do you want to examine more closely?
I don't know if I got skills.
Oh, I just mean...
Would it be like a...
You don't have to make a roll yet.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll kneel down and take a closer look.
You find that the woman's clothes are blood-soaked and still wet. And you find a large hole in her chest.
Of course we do.
Eerily, disconcertingly similar to that found on the dead raccoon. Her ribcage has been torn apart. Do either of you want to make a first aid or medicine roll?
I can roll first aid. That's way better than my medicine. Shoot.
Do you want to spend 36
Yeah.
luck or push?
No.
I could try it.
Okay. Do you want to spend 6 luck?
I'll spend the 6 luck.
You notice that the woman's heart is missing. And
The hawk is missing.
with that, I think that's a perfect point to stop.
Dude, I'm hooked
Yep.
already. This is awesome.
Pretty cool.
But
I-
it's cool when we really start getting into the...
Oh yeah.
True, we're like
Madness.
barely into it right now.
Yeah, it also, funnily enough, specifically tells me that I was not supposed to give you access to De Vermeus Mysterious, but I think it added a little bit of flavor, and it gave me an excuse to drop one of you by nearly 10 sanity, so...
Hell yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And it's not, I mean, honestly, it being in Latin, even though the priest can read the Latin, it still is like such forbidden knowledge that he only was able to read just a single page, and it still fucked him up that bad. So like the chances of us like going back in and looking in that book, we would need a very good, strong reason to do so, I feel like.
Yeah, and I like to take things and make things my own way,
Hell yeah.
so...
Yeah.
That's what these games are about, too.
Yeah, exactly. Like, this isn't just like, you know, like, sure, there's the book that says stuff, but, you know, the whole point of being a GM is to be able to, you know, take things as they go.
You are the master of the game.
Yeah, I am the keeper of the arcane lore,
That's-
and when I do
Dude.
share it with
Oh,
you,
yeah.
it is at a cost.
So what you need to do is make your picture the gatekeeper from the board game Nightmare that came out in like the
Oh yeah, you mean the...
80s or something.
Yeah, like the guy who, are you talking about...
VHS tape that comes with
Yeah, yeah,
Oh
I know
my
you're
God,
talking about.
Yes.
Yeah,
Bro.
you know what? Let me see if I can...
it. You need to be the gatekeeper from that.
Yo, I'm posting it in general chat right now.
Yeah, if you can find a JPEG, I will change that to me.
I found one.
Oh hell yes, that's gonna be me. Give me just. Damn, that picture's so small.
If you want like a, hold on. If you want like a, you said it's a small image. I don't know how big this image is.
But this
If
one's
any of
probably.
y'all can get Waifu 2X installed, that might help you out.
Let me see if I can. Okay, let's
That
see.
is a decent upscaler from what I've heard.
Yep.
Just use it.
But anyways, allow me to. Let's see my profile. Change image.
I like the change of pace, like just changing the setting entirely.
Yeah.
It was a lot easier for me to come up with a new kind of character. Like, it's hard to come up with a different Aliens character like 5 times in a row.
Yep. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, this setting is really cool. It allows for some neat, interesting, regular Joe characters.
It does.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
like our characters, so
yeah, let me know
Same.
if. Oh yeah, and Philip is so funny. He's so.
Philip is great.
Yep. Oh yeah. Do you see my new? Do you see me now?
Let's see. Might
I
have to
do
refresh.
not yet.
Oh, on the roll 20.
Yeah, I don't. I'll have to refresh as well.
Yeah, I refresh. It's
Now I just need to do the full makeup.
Nice.
Yes.
Dude, so dope. Yeah,
Yep.
this is gonna be fun.
Oh,
So,
man, yeah.
Monday, what time do you guys want to get together to watch Dagon?
How
Like,
about
our
For what
normal-
time?
same time, 8:30?
Yeah, like
Yeah, that works
Yeah.
for me.
8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central.
Sounds fine.
Yeah, that works for
The
me.
movie's
Same
only about
bat
an hour and
time.
38 minutes.
That channel.
Hell yeah.
Hour and 38 minutes. That's not too bad.
Yeah, and this was an
Alright,
absolute
guys.
blast. I was not expecting us to actually get to it tonight, like the actual session, but I just got so into it.
Same.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
almost, about like 10, I was gonna be like, are we gonna watch this movie? But I was like, nah, let's keep going.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude. It's too
Yeah.
much fun.
and I think we
Alright,
can probably get
fellas.
this
See
finished
you-
in one more session. But yeah, this is going to be good.
Oh, nice.
And I'll have to find immediately another scenario that I'm gonna have run and get prepared for it.
I didn't realize they were like that kind of short, like nice contained scenarios. That's cool.
These starter set ones definitely are.
Yeah, I'm sure the later ones probably get more in depth and last
Yeah.
longer.
Oh yeah, but
Cool.
yeah, it's been very fun, and I'll have to come up with what scenario to run next. I have some ideas, but yeah, we'll steadily be. That's why I'm looking so much forward to Scions of the Dark Goddess, because it's like an entire fucking campaign, and it literally addresses in the description exactly what Dreamer and I were talking about how like in the age of social media, like the kind of way that stuff is working is kind of like completely, it's a different dynamic. So that's
cool.
yeah, that was the entire thing that they were thinking about. So I am looking forward to that, and I think
Yeah.
yeah, it's been very fun. Now I will say goodbye to the stream.